can do it here. Swinging a drive. Deep center field. Going back is Scott. And that one is gone. This game is tied at 6. Harden drives in. Harden. And it's rejected by Flag. Flag recovers it. Flag driving. He might go coast to coast. Gives it to Nembhard in the corner. Nembhard for 3. Bang! For 3. Ryan Nembhard makes it a 20-point lead. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders! Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown! Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation. I hope you're all having a great day. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Just so you know, we are 10 subscribers away now from 500, only 10 to go, which I'm really excited for us to finally hit 500, and then we can start doing a bunch of stuff with the channel. But be sure to do that if you've not already. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Looks like there's already some people in the chat. Seth Misterman, Eagles Orioles, saying emojis. DC Sports is here saying, let's go Nats. Bob Granelli saying, let's go Baltimore, and then Orioles. All right. So we got some Orioles fans in here. We got some Nats fans in here. Once again, like it up, sub it up, help out the channel just a little bit. Just so you guys know, I did get braces last Friday. So first stream with braces is right here. I'm going to be adjusting. I might look a little bit different than I did before, but trying to get here, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't affect it too much. Still getting used to it. All I'm really eating is soup and soft foods right now, but excited to see the teeth get straightened up, though. So let's do it. So today, the Nationals play the rubber match of a 3-game series with the Baltimore Orioles. They visit the Orioles, who are 6 games under 500 right now. They're at 39 and 45, and the Nationals are even at 500 at 42 and 42. So clearly, I mean, the Nationals record-wise are the better team here, and I mean, on the road, the Nationals are 25 and 17, but at home, the Orioles are 23 and 20. The Nationals have been road bandits. They could not take the series from the Phillies. We didn't get to talk about that yet, but I watched those 3 games. I mean, I called the first 2, and then the next 2 I was calling games for a local community, for NFC, highest level, their state tournament in Virginia. Really fun to do that, but now I'm back in studio calling this game. But I mean, watching the games, just watching them, our bullpen is just really, really, really bad. It's not experienced. Most of these guys were on minor league contracts at the beginning of the season. Poland, minor league contract. Who else? Lovelady was picked up from a DFA. Lord was going to be in the major leagues. That was a given. Andrew Alvarez in AAA, but Alvarez is a starter now. Some other names. Justin Lawrence had an 80 ERA with another team. Not a guy we'd want, but surprisingly, Lawrence was the hero yesterday. So, looking at some other names. Zach Kent, minor league contract. Miles Michaelis, why do we have him? Mitchell Parker was in AAA. And then Rabalta in AAA. Poland was not expected to beat the big leagues game. Phillies and Nationals game was close. Yeah, it was close, just not in the way that we wanted it. That was not close in the way we wanted. But we're getting going here in about 7 minutes. We have a little pregame going here, getting ready for this game between the Nationals and the Orioles. Game 1. The Nationals just couldn't get the win. It was a late-night battle. They couldn't get the win. Orioles come alive a little bit. Not too much offense. Pitching was dominating. And in pitching matchups, the Nationals don't win. The Nationals don't have the pitching to win pitching matchups. So, Game 1 was a tough one. Game 2, the Nationals come back, and they do better because their offense comes alive a little bit. They put some runs on the board. Luis Garcia Jr. triple away from the cycle. Sure, he wasn't going to get the cycle, but still, he got a triple away from the cycle. He had a 4-hit game anyway. I mean, Luis Garcia Jr. was raking. Today's in the 2-hole against a righty in Kyle Bradish, who the Nationals faced, I believe, during spring training. In their last exhibition final tune-up game, they did face Kyle Bradish in that final little game where they tuned up. Bradish went 5 1/3, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Just the Nationals couldn't get any runs on him in those innings. And that lineup was kind of similar to what we're seeing today. That game, Wood, Millis, Garcia Jr., Lyle, House, Abrams, Young, Tena, Nunez with Ruiz, Weimer, and Chaparro pinch hitting layer. Lyle had a home run in the 8th inning of that game off of Long, a reliever for the Orioles. Bullpen needs our offense today. Oh, yeah, they could definitely use the offense today. Thanks for tuning in, DC Sports. But, yeah, they could definitely use a little offense today. I think it is really bad if we don't get offense. We need to score runs. I mean, scoring runs wins the game. Yeah, they score runs to win. But we need a lot of runs today. This team needs to score. They need to get on the board early. They need to just explode. James Wood, swing at the first pitch. Luis Garcia Jr., get aggressive. These guys, C.J. Abrams. By the way, vote C.J. Abrams for All-Star. I'm going to put this on screen because I know many people aren't going to talk about it here before we do starting lineups. Go vote C.J. Abrams. Second average, first in home runs, first in RBIs, first in OPS. The one thing about average, that's among shortstops in the NL. The thing about average, Otto Lopez, the other guy who's first in average, isn't even in the running. Mookie Betts is the other guy. Mookie Betts is behind Abrams in all of these stats. Go vote CJ for All-Stars. MLB.com/vote or scan the QR code now to vote because I know a lot of you are on laptops. You can't really click a link or anything. Just scan the QR code with your phone. So go do that. Help out the channel. Help out Abrams. Everyone, go do that right now. I made this morning, so I hope everyone here votes for him because everyone knows he deserves it. Mookie Betts is not as good as CJ this season. It should be C.J. Abrams. So let's get back to this. Now we're about 4 minutes away from first pitch. We'll get started with the starting lineups here, but just one more thing. Today, just an offensive day. Adley Rutschman off the IL, so he's going to be hitting in the 3-hole today. So that's just for the Orioles. And, I mean, Pete had a good game yesterday. He had that big hit late in the game that sent the game to extras. But this team really needs to work it. And I do have some stories to tell throughout the game here of my experience at Camden because it was absolutely amazing. I went to the game yesterday. Just so you guys know, I'll hint this. I met Dan Coco, which was really awesome. TV play-by-play guy for the Nats. But maybe some people know him if you're in the DC area, but Dan Coco is a really nice guy. So shout out to Dan Coco for saying hi to me. I met Franzen and Coco that day. Both are play-by-play broadcasters, so that was awesome. Yes, C.J. Abrams, please, guys. Yep, vote him for All-Star. Vote the dude for All-Stars. He definitely deserves it. Now let's get going with the starting lineups here. Let's start first with the home team, the Baltimore Orioles. Leading it off is going to be the left fielder in today's game. His name is Taylor Ward. Batting second is Gunnar Henderson, the shortstop. Batting third is going to be Adley Rutschman, the catcher. Batting fourth, Pete Alonso. Alonso's the designated hitter. Batting fifth is going to be Samuel Basallo. Basallo's the first baseman. Batting fifth, a guy who wasn't in the lineup yesterday, but it's Dylan Beavers. He's in the 6-hole, Batting seventh is going to be Kobe Mayo. He's at center field, yes. Third base is Kobe Mayo, Batting eighth is going to be Colton Cowser, the center fielder, and Mayo's third baseman. And batting ninth is going to be Jackson Holliday, the second baseman. And on the mound is Kyle Bradish for the Baltimore Orioles. He's 5-7 with a 3.64 ERA, over 89 innings, 94 strikeouts. So over a strikeout an inning as a starter who hasn't even worked 100 innings just yet this year. Once again for the O's, that's Ward, Henderson, Rutschman, Alonso, Basallo, Beavers, Mayo, Cowser, Holliday, with Bradish on the mound. Orioles finally bring back Jackson Holliday. Yeah, he's in the starting lineup for today's game. So excited to see that, at least for the Orioles, and to see how he does. I saw him pinch hit yesterday. He just grounded out in the 10th inning when they needed to move the runner. But they couldn't even score him. The Nationals only needed one in the 10th to be able to win the game, which was really surprising that we only needed one. And now, the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals, for manager Blake Butera. Leading off, the designated hitter, number 29, James Wood. Batting second, the first baseman, number 2, Luis Garcia Jr. Batting third, the third baseman, number 45, Curtis Mead. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 5, C.J. Abrams. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Dalen Lyle. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 30, Jacob Young. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 84, Jorbit Vivas. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 20, Keibert Ruiz. And on the mound for your Washington Nationals, right-handed pitcher, number 18, Zach Littell. And that is the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals. Let's get going. We're about 1 minute away from first pitch at Camden Yards. So I didn't change the screen here. I gotta do that. But give me a second. I'll change it to Camden Yards as my background. I'll do that in a second, everybody. Throw in an image of Camden Yards in the background so you know where we are. Because I like having that. That, I think, is important, that we can have the background. I think that's important to some people so they know where we're playing. I think that's important because some people may not know this game is in Camden. So I got to throw that image on the board. So I'm going to do that real quickly. But here we go, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're trying to hit 500 today. So I'm streaming this game as well as a game later. I'm calling Sunday Night Baseball with play-by-play JJ. 10 subscribers, all we need for 500. So on the call for your Washington Nationals District Nation. What is up, DC Sports? Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with me on stream. So I got to quickly throw this image in. So I just want to throw this in, the Camden image, so people understand we're at Camden. But thanks for tuning in, DC Sports. Just by the name, I'm assuming you're rooting for the Nats. And I think my assumption will be correct. But who knows these days? So let's be sure to throw this onto the board. I don't know where I want it, but there we go. And then we'll put this to the back. Yankees play Red Sox tonight, yep. That's a Sunday night game, and we'll be on the mic for that, which I'm very excited for. So there we go. Now we're in a Camden Yards picture. Let's go. Now that's working. So we are just about a minute away. Now we're a minute late here with first pitch. Be sure if you know anybody who isn't subscribed yet, go get them to subscribe because we are now 10 subscribers away from 500, which I'm very excited to hit. That's the milestone. I'm all DC Sports. Let's go. And I know you got the Wizards logo. I'm going to be honest. I do have to leave DC during basketball season and head over to Dallas, Texas, if that's okay. 77 degrees. It's cloudy here in Camden Yards as we're getting ready to go here. Maybe a couple minutes late, but hopefully there's no delays throughout the game. We just play 9. I would really like that. I was at Camden yesterday. It was a really fun experience. That's a nice ballpark. But you go there to say you've been to Camden. But for me, it was more special because I got to meet Dan Coco and Kevin Franzen, which was absolutely awesome. A little bit of an overhaul here for the Nationals. They got a bunch of lefties in the order and switches, but you do have 3 righties in Meade, Cruz, and Young. I mean, I'm fine with it because I don't mind having a few righties in the order if they do well against righty pitchers. I mean, Young does fairly well against righties. Same with a guy like Dylan Cruz does well against righties. Same even with Curtis Meade. It doesn't matter what side the pitcher's going to be for. I think that Curtis Meade will do well against him, so I'm fine with him getting a start at third base. Now, I would rather him get the start than Jose Tena, probably. Miss Gina's here saying, have fun at District Nation. Thanks for tuning in, Gina. I've been to Raven Stadium. Oh, that's awesome. I have not, but I was right next to it at Camden Yards, so I was right there. I was somewhere up there, over in center field. Second deck center field. So Bradish is warming up here. He's getting ready to go here. Couple minutes late. Looks like we're going to be 3 minutes late probably. Bradish going to bring you a sinker, a slider, a curveball, and a four-seamer. Funny, his four-seamer is the pitch he uses the least. You don't see that from guys as much anymore in a game where velo is so much now. Nowadays, you see guys who are bringing fastballs, and fastballs are their best pitch. Okay, here we go. Got a shout-out to give. Shout-out to my grandparents, Grandmom and Grandbob, already on the stream. Thank you for tuning in, Grandmom and Grandbob. And I forgot to give them a shout-out, or at least Grandmom, during my last stream where I was doing a With Media game. I forgot to give her a shout-out. So 2 shout-outs to you, to my grandparents, Grandmom and Grandbob. So James Wood's going to get us started here 3 minutes late at 1:38. Maybe we'll go to 1:39, but Bradish comes set here. He waits. First pitch to James Wood. Wood takes a pitch down low, ball 1, and we're underway here 3 minutes late at 1:38 p.m. to get this game going. James Wood, 257 average, 20 home runs, 49 RBIs. You're seeing that average falling since it was in the 70s earlier. I mean, he's just been struggling of late. Here comes the 1-0. Wood takes a sinker up and out, ball 2. The last time he was in a slump last year, second half slump, they had him hitting the leadoff spot. But he's been in the leadoff spot all year this time. So how do you break him out of the slump this time? I don't know. Hopefully he's out of it before we can even notice. The 2-0 coming to Wood. Wood fouls this one off third base side. It'll be a 2-1 count. Looks like there's a Red Sox jersey right behind the plate. You'd think that maybe they're in Boston right now to watch the Sunday night game. And speaking of that, tune in this Sunday night right here on the channel for Sunday Night Baseball, which I'm really excited to do with play-by-play with JJ. This will be a 2-1 here. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Wood. Wood swings and fouls this one off again. A 95-mile-an-hour sinker in the zone. So it will be a 2-2 count. Yeah, Camden is a nice stadium. I mean, it's probably a smaller stadium. I'd say that it's a little more compact. Doesn't have as much stuff on the outside maybe that Nationals Park would, where there's a lot more open space. In Nationals Park, I think there's less of that in Camden. Here comes the 2-2. Wood takes a curveball, low, ball 3. Wood got the game started last night with a walk. Let's see if he can get on base to get this game started as well. So to be a 3-2 count here. Louis is on deck. Luis Garcia Jr. So to be a 3-2 here. Bradish sets. Here comes the 3-2 to James Wood. Here's the pitch. Wood swings and hits this one out to left field, going back to left fielder Ward, but he's under it, and Taylor Wood makes the catch out there for out number 1. So that's how this one gets started with a James Wood fly out. So there's immediately 1 out here for the Nationals. So that'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. now with 1 out. Let's go. Come on, Louis. You're in a stretch right now. Wood may be in a cold streak, but Louis on a hot streak. So let's go, Louis.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
Here we go. So Louis will face Bradish here from the right side. Is Bradish lefty hitter Garcia. Bradish set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Louis swings and chops this one up the middle. Shortstop is there. Henderson fires it to first on the run. In time, over to Basallo, who's playing first base in tonight's game. So a 6-3 ground out is out number 2 here in the top of the first. So 2 immediately out. So Wood flies out, and then Garcia grounds out. So Bradish looking to be efficient here in the first. He has an at-bat with Wood, but then Louis comes up and gets out on 1 pitch. Red Sox have been bad because pitching it is not healthy. Oh, yeah, they have not been healthy at all. It's got to be Curtis Mead here hitting .222 with 14 home runs, one of the hottest hitters right now of late. One of the most home runs. Him and Louis have the most home runs, I think, since May 22nd, they said. Coming sets Bradish. Pitch to Mead is on the outside corner, called strike 1 with a sinker, and it's an 0-1 count now. So 0-1 here with 2 outs to Mead. I mean, keep that average above 200. If he wants to stay on the big league team, it's got to stay above 200. But, I mean, he's in the 3-hole for a big league team with the best offense in the league. The 0-1 to Mead. Mead takes a sinker up high, ball 1. So to be a 1-1 count here. Be sure to subscribe, everybody. We're getting closer and closer to 500. And this is the day we should hit it. Today is the day we should hit it. So to be a 1-1 here with 2 outs. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Curtis Mead. The pitch. Mead takes a slider low and outside, ball 2, and now it's a 2-1 count. So it's 2-1 here with 2 outs. Bradish at 10 pitches here in the top of the first. Camden doesn't seem to be filling up the way it was yesterday. But, man, one thing about Camden, I'll give them props. They have an electric atmosphere. I see why the players like playing there. It'll be a 2-1. Here's the pitch. Mead takes a slider in there. Called strike 2. It's now a 2-2 count. So Mead hasn't really swung the bat too much so far. Orioles wearing their alternate orange jerseys today. Black and white trim. Nationals wearing their road grays, red and blue trim, and some white trim. Here's the 2-2. Mead check swing down the first base line. A little check swing. Bradish has it, and he'll take it all the way to the bag in time for out number 3. So Basallo went to cover the bag, but Bradish said, no way, Jose, and took it himself. So that's a 1 unassisted. You rarely see that one. 1U, he takes it all the way to the bag, didn't want to flip it up, throw it up, or anything. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Bradish. He gets a fly out and a couple ground outs, and that's how we get the top of the first going and ended. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. It's National 0, Orioles coming up right here on District Nation. So that was a quick top of the first, I'd say. Didn't even get to 20 pitches. Got to work into his count, but I think what the Orioles are thinking here is a similar thing. Work into Zach Littell's count with the way he's been playing. You got to work into his count. Great play, says Seth. Yeah. I'm assuming he's an O's fan then, going by the name. Yeah, it was a good play. Took it all the way to the back. It'll be Ward, Henderson, and Rutschman here in the bottom of the first for the Orioles. I mean, 3 quick outs. Now the Nationals, they got to keep Littell's pitch count low. Littell, who traditionally hasn't done well with the pitch count, he's going to need to do well with the pitch count. That's just what I'm thinking here, is because this bullpen is tired. We needed a lot of pitchers yesterday as well. And our bullpen, overall, is just not that good. We're one of the worst. I think we are the worst bullpen in the league. Our starters need to step up if we want to make a playoff push, which I think is slowly getting out of our reach. But at the same time, we're right there. We are still at 500. A win streak is very realistic. A July win streak. Anything can happen. So right now, we just have to settle in, find a little groove, get ourselves back to that 4 or 5 games over 5. I think the Phillies and the Braves are running away with it. And the Phillies are catching up to the Braves, too, because they're 37-17 since Don Mattingly came in. That is really, really good. So you got to find a way not to compete with them, but beat everyone else. Find your way into that second wild card spot. My opinion as well is if we had swept that series, which we were about 3 pitches away from, you got to admit, we were very close to sweeping that series. We should have swept that series. If it was not for our bullpen, we should have swept. We could be in the top wild card spot right now. Instead, we're dead at 500 here playing the Orioles. So I would have liked a better situation, but anything's worked here as Littell comes set for his 17th game and 12th start of the season. 6-6 record with that 5-4-0. This one is grounded towards short. Abrams fields cleanly, fires to first in time for out number 1. So Ward is down on one pitch, a ground out over to CJ, the future All-Star. That's out number 1, and that'll bring up Gunnar Henderson here, the shortstop, with 1 out. Gunnar comes up to the plate. Gunnar still goes up to Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani. I think that gets the ballpark into it a little bit, though. That's the one thing. Camden's atmosphere, that's really nice. Their atmosphere, they're into the game all game long. Nats fans just aren't like that. First pitch to Henderson is outside ball 1. We don't get interested in the games. I mean, me personally, I bring a scorebook. I score games when I go, but at the same time, I'm still into it. I'm still chanting NATS, 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 Nats. I'm still getting crazy. The 1-0. Henderson takes a slider in there, called strike 1 from Littell, and it'll be a 1-1 count here. That's the thing. We got to get our atmosphere up. That tarps off is great, but we need to be electric throughout the game. As here comes a 1-1 from Littell, he delivers, and Henderson fouls this one off. Third base side will be a 1-2 count. We need to get electric. We need to find an atmosphere, settle in. Everyone just needs to get excited. That's the thing. We just need to build up an atmosphere, get fans into it, bring games to the field, make people stay in their seat for 9 innings, which I do every time I'm at a game. The 1-2. And Henderson takes a slider upstairs, ball 2, so that'll even up the count at 2-2. Camden Yards is a beautiful park. Oh, yeah, it is a beautiful park. It's smaller. I think it's a little smaller, but inside, great stadium, great field, good atmosphere, too. Littell sets the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, hit down the right field line, going out to Garcia. Same with Vivas. Now Garcia peels off, and Vivas is the one to make the catch for out number 2 out there in shallow right towards the line. But Vivas was able to stay in fair territory and at the same time make that catch for out number 2. So Henderson flies out to the second baseman Vivas in shallow right towards the line for out number 2. And that'll bring up Adley Rutschman, newly off of the IL. Sam is here saying, District Nation, how are you today? What is up, Sam? Thanks for tuning in, man. Sam always pulling up to the last few as Littell sets. He'll face Rutschman from the left side. Rutschman takes a fastball in there, called strike 1. It'll be an 0-1 count. Sam, just got my braces last Friday, but I'm feeling better. I'm starting to recover a little bit, and I'm feeling it in my voice, so I had to come on, call a couple games today. Here's the 0-1. And Rutschman swings and lines this one center field, going out as Abrams, but that's going to dunk in for a base hit in front of Jacob Young. So Young will grab this one. Rutschman's return from the IL. He responds with a base hit here in the bottom of the first. Adley Rutschman's going to deliver for the Orioles. It's now a runner at first here with 2 outs. Adley Rutschman right off the IL, right back with a base hit off of Zach Littell. So now there's a runner at first here, and up to the plate is Big Pete. Pete Alonso will hit now, the polar bear. As coming set is Littell. I don't think many people in Baltimore really have been calling him the polar bear, though. Here's the pitch. And Pete takes a slider upstairs, called strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. Littell just flipping that slider in there. He's using his slider a little bit more, at least today. Right now, he's using that slider. As we 0-1 here, Littell sets. Here's the pitch. That is low ball 1 with that splitter, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Can't get the zone that time. Maybe that was a chase splitter on an 0-1 count. Try to get him to swing at something out of the zone, set him up for a fastball in the zone, but instead it's a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch here to Big Pete the polar bear. Here's the pitch. And Pete swinging a miss at a splitter low in the zone. So it'll be 1-2. So 1-2 here with 2 outs. Hey, I know the feeling of having braces. Got both sets at 9 years old. You know, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not saying anything, but I'm older than 9 years old, clearly, and I just got them. So polar bear, yep. That is Pete's nickname, though. That was his nickname in New York, at least. Has to be a 1-2 here. But I just have the top right now. Bottom are coming later. The 1-2. That is low ball 2 with a splitter. I mean, I'm high school aged, so here I am with braces, but I'm getting used to it. Rutschman is not a threat to steal bags, but Alonso is a threat to drive him in as a 2-2 count here from Littell. Pete, that big, powerful stance, can go threat at any point. The 2-2 is low ball 3 with another splitter, so that'll make it a 3-2 count now. 3-2, 2 outs, so the man, Adley, will be on the move here. With him being at first, he's forced to second, so I'll have him be on the move here. So we 3-2, 2 outs. Littell sets. Here's the pitch to Alonso. Swinging a fly ball, foul down the first base line, so we'll do 3-2 again. So another foul ball there. Rutschman was on the move, now he has to go back. I mean, Adley, good for him. Return from the IL, just nice base hit up the middle. He's probably nervous about that first AB, trying to get on base, do anything for the team. He just gets a knock, so you got to feel good about that. Just give him that time quickly. Coming set is Littell. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to center field. Going back is Young. At the track. At the wall. And that one is gone. Pete Alonso delivers here in the bottom of the first. It's now a 2-0 game. Home run number 19 for Big Pete. It's now a 2-zip game. Pete goes yard off of Zach Littell, whose one problem all season has been giving up home runs. He gives up one right there. Rutschman and Alonso will score. It's now a 2-0 game here in the bottom of the first. So that'll get the Orioles crowd up and going. Pete, on a 3-2 count, goes yard out to the deepest part of center field. So Pete Alonso has a home run. Goes out to dead center with that one. I mean, it's not too hard to get out of dead center here. Only 410 to the deepest part of center field and sends it out of here. It's now 2-0. Here's the pitch to Basallo. He checks swings, and the home plate umpire Visconti says he went, so that's an 0-1 count. I had retainers when I was 11, did not like them. I almost lost them on my dog, ended up chewing them up. Oh, wow. Yes, let's go. So it's a 2-0 game here. Orioles on the board quickly here. So to bring up Basallo, 254 average with 12 home runs. The 0-1. Basallo fouls this one off, and it's an 0-2 count now. So 0-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 17 pitches for Littell now. Littell comes set. It'll be another 0-2 pitch. He delivers. That's way high, ball one with a slider, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. 1-2 here with 2 outs. I mean, this is the Beltway Series. It's fun when the Nationals can take it, but at the same time, this is a team that's in the AL East, interleague play. I think it's not the most needed win, but I'm not saying we need to lose. I mean, 1 game over 5 right now would be great, the 1-2. And Basallo takes a sinker just inside ball 2, so it'll be a 2-2 count. Ruiz didn't like the call. Kind of held for a second, waiting for maybe a strike 3 call. But doesn't get it, and that evens up the count at 2-2. I think tonight, everybody, I'm not going to wear this jersey. I think I'm going to wear the blue Nats. Probably with a different cap, not this City Connect. The 2-2. And Basallo swings and fouls this one off. That was a slider way high and inside, and Basallo finds a way to foul it off. That was good job by Basallo. I don't know many hitters that could get a bat on that, and he somehow did on a pitch way high and inside. So it'll be another 2-2 here. Littell comes set. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is going to be the second baseman, Vivas, who ranges over. Backhand, fires to first in time for out number 3, and that will end the inning. But the Orioles get 2 on the board on a home run from the Polar Bear Pete Alonso. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, no runners left on base. After 1 inning, it's now the Orioles 2, Nationals nothing. So the Nationals need to respond here after Pete goes yard. I think so far every team that has scored first has won, as the Nationals scored first in the last game. The Orioles immediately responded. The Nationals put up 2, and then the Orioles put up 2 in the bottom of the 9th, just barely getting it, or in the 8th. They get 2, and then the Nationals in extras are able to score that extra inning runner. And then, yeah, that's it. The Orioles couldn't. The Nationals only get 1 in the 10th, and the Orioles couldn't respond. Good pitching from Justin Lawrence, a good arm out of the pen. I'm not saying Lawrence is going to be like that guy. Maybe he's not going to be the closer. Maybe he's not going to be our best pitcher. But sure, it is possible that we see Lawrence in those situations. Maybe he pitches in the 9th inning sometimes. Maybe he grabs 20 saves this season, gets in the double digits of that column. We need a guy like that, a surefire guy who can not give up hits. And I don't know how many guys there are like that. I was happy Orioles signed Pete because he homers. Oh, yeah. Does have a lot of pop. He's at 19 home runs. We have head to the top of the second. Nats nothing, Orioles 2 on District Nation Play-by-Play Network. So we head to the top of the second. Will be Abrams, Cruz, and Lyle. Abrams the shortstop in this game. And be sure, since I know Orioles fans are probably in there, it doesn't matter to you. You're AL fans. Go vote C.J. Abrams for All-Star. Those are his stats. And that's a picture of the dude. That is the alien right next to me. Go vote C.J. Abrams for All-Star right now. Go vote him right now, because I know we're in between innings. You have your phone on you probably. Take out your phone, scan the QR code, or go to MLB.com/vote. Vote Abrams over Betts. I think subjectively and objectively, Abrams is the better shortstop. He's going to hit now. So let's see. So CJ here will hit here against Bradish. Here is the pitch against CJ from Bradish. Here's the pitch. Abrams takes a pitch inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. This will be 1-0 here. Bradish now with 13 pitches in the game. So we 1-0 here with no outs in the top of the second inning. 2-0 Orioles. Here comes the 1-0 to CJ Abrams. Abrams takes a fastball inside, ball 2 at 94 miles an hour. It'll be a 2-0 count now. So 2 out, 2-0 here to Abrams, who's hitting .279 on the season. That's second best average among shortstops in the NL. Once again, Otto Lopez is first, and Otto is not even going to be an all-star this year. He was not voted to a starter. Here's the 2-0. Abrams takes a sinker upstairs, ball 3. Sure, I think Lopez could be an all-star, but this guy should be starting right here. CJ Abrams is the best shortstop in the NL right now. Maybe the best shortstop in baseball. Maybe. That's a stretch. Bobby Witt is probably better than him, but Abrams is the best in the NL. The 3-0 from Bradish to Abrams. He delivers. Abrams takes a fastball right in there, called strike 1. He did not have the green light on that. No matter what all-star he is, I still don't think he has the green light on a 3-0 count. So he 3-1 here. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to CJ. He delivers. Abrams swings and hits this one out to left field, but Ward is under it. Ward's sizing it up, and Taylor Ward will make the catch for out number 1. So Abrams is down for out number 1. Sets out number 1, and that'll bring up DC Cruz now. Cruz started out slow in his MLB campaign this season. He's found it a little bit lately. Dylan Cruz just finding it of late. I like what he's been putting together as a hitter here. So to be Dylan Cruz hitting .223 with 5 home runs, 17 ribbies with a .640 OPS. But I like because all those numbers are going up. That's what I like about him. So to be a righty-righty matchup here. Here's the pitch to DC. Cruz swinging a miss at a slider low and outside. Can't get a piece of that one. It's an 0-1 count now. So 0-1 here with 1 out. 2-0 game. Nationals need to find a way to respond here. Here's the 0-2 to DC3. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a slider low and out of the zone, and Cruz just swings through it. So we 0-2 count. Cruz, let's look at a stretch here. Right now, over a 7-game streak, .310 average. And over that time, he doesn't have a home run, but he has 9 hits, 7 runs, 10 strikeouts, a stolen base, a .355 on base over those last 7. Last 15, he has a .271 average. Coming set is Bradish. The pitch to Dylan Cruz. He delivers. Cruz swings and hits this one out to right, going over in foul ground is the first baseman Basallo, but this one will get out of play. So we'll just do 0-2 again. So Bradish just touched 20 pitches here in the second inning. We need to work that pitch count up, get into the Orioles bullpen. They had to use a good amount of arms yesterday. I mean, the Nationals got a quality start from Foster, which really helped them out. They got a quality 7 innings from Foster Griffin, which really helped out their case for having a bad bullpen. They could just kind of cruise through the rest of the game. But then that put them into extras. The 0-2, that's a high slider, ball 1, and it'll be a 1-2 count now. So it'll be 1-2 here with 1 out in the top of the second. Coming set is Bradish. It'll be another 1-2 here to Cruz. Here's the pitch. He sets, he delivers. Swing and a miss, and Cruz is down swinging on an 87-mile-an-hour curveball, and that's out number 2. So Cruz had that good stretch. Maybe I'm jinxing these guys by saying how good they are. I mean, I hyped up Brad Lord, and he did not do well. So I just got to start saying bad stuff about them. You know who the worst hitter in the league is? The worst hitter in the league is Dalen Lyle, who happens to be hitting right now. So to bring up Lyle here with 2 outs now. And a guy who's not having a good stretch. Why don't we talk about the bad so the good comes out of him? Let's talk about Lyle for a second. Here's the pitch to Lyle, who's only hitting .252. Lyle takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Let's talk about Lyle. .252 average, 8 home runs, 39 runs batted in, 7 stolen bases, a .709 OPS. Over his last 7, though, he's only hitting .222. So here comes the 1-0 to Lyle. Lyle takes a sinker upstairs, ball 2. He has been bad of late. I'm just going to say that. Recently, he has not been good. He has not been good at all. I mean, last year he had that good stretch of triples, but of late we haven't seen it. So Big Bud's here. He said, "Hey, DN, I'm here to see you hit 500. All right, thanks, Big Bud. Thanks for saying that. Here comes the 2-0. And Lau swings and hits this one out to center field. Going out to center fielder, Cowser ranging over. Cowser is under it to make the catch route number 3. And that will end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning there. A strikeout in the inning. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Another 0 on the board for this Nationals offense. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It is the Orioles 2, Nationals nothing. Yeah, Big Bud, we're trying to hit 500 today. We only need 10 subscribers, so if anyone has any extra accounts or anything, subscribe. And send it out to people who don't have the link. Help us hit 500. Let's just try to hit 500 today. So just help out the channel a little bit, because we are 10 away. And I already hit the watch hours thing for the first 500, where you can start doing stuff at the 500 stage. I already hit the watch hour. I'm over 3,000. I didn't even realize that. Now I'm getting on the way to 4,000, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So it'd be Beavers, Mayo, and Cowser for this Orioles team in the bottom of the second inning. But let's see if we can hit 500 today. And we got 2 streams to do it. That's the thing. We got 2 to do it, not just 1. We have 2 streams. This and then Sunday Night Baseball. And once again, everybody, just keep looking at that. Just keep looking at this screen and do what you need to do. Go vote CJ Abrams, MLB.com/vote. We go into this in between innings and just everything. We'll be going to this so people vote CJ. We need this by July 4th to Abrams to win. So I know a lot of Dodgers fans are going to want to vote for Mookie Betts because of his name. All-star voting, you should look at stats, not names. I voted Nasim Nunez, maybe because of names, on one of my ballots, but otherwise, I voted other second basemen were better. I thought Xavier Edwards was better. You got to look at numbers. I think that's why sports reporters should take over, because they look at numbers, not just names. Sure, people want Aaron Judge to be an all-star. Sure, Shohei wants to be an all-star. They both have numbers. Shohei is going to be an all-star starter. Ernie Clement is going to be an all-star starter because they got the 2 most votes. That confuses me, though, how Ernie Clement got the 2nd most votes behind Shohei Ohtani. Who was reloading his screen all day voting and who bypassed the 5 a day just to vote Ernie Clement in? Littell sets, first pitch to Beavers, and that's going to be swung on and missed on a slider low and inside, and it's an 0-1 count. So Beavers swings through that one. It's an 0-1 count now. So 0-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Orioles hold a 2-0 lead. Here comes the 0-1 to Beavers, and he takes a pitch down low with a splitter. So that'll even up the count at 1-1. You want to hold him at 2 for as long as you can. So we go. We'll go back to this screen here where it has the pitch things because I know everyone voted. We have the pitch screen up there now. Here comes the 1-1 from Littell. And that's high ball 2 with a slider, so it'll be a 2-1 count now. Let's go for you, our guy, CJ Abrams. Go vote for your guy, CJ Abrams. He will not disappoint you. Vote for him. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things Abrams is. He does not disappoint. He's flashy. He hits home runs. You want him in the All-Star game. He's the type of guy you want there. The 2-1, swinging a foul off, and it'll be a 2-2 count. He's going to look cool, too. And I know a lot of people, I think younger kids maybe, like ages 9 and 10, they want to see home runs. They want to see balls fly. CJ Abrams will give you that. Abrams is going to give you balls that fly. And if we're talking about home runs in general, vote Louis. Louis randomly hits some big home runs, too. Louis can stretch one out of here with not even taking a big swing. The 2-2 is low ball 3 with a splitter, so it'll be a 3-2 count now to Dylan Beavers, who's hitting .243 with a couple home runs, 12 RBIs. But on Abrams, though, still .278 average, and he has 17 home runs. He's majestic when he's up to the plate. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball foul, and we'll do 3-2 again now. So we'll stay right here at 3-2. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to today's broadcast. Looks like the Nationals are winning in the poll. Let's go. We got Nats fans in here right now. So it'll be a 3-2 here with no outs in the bottom of the second. Littell sets. The pitch to Beavers. Swinging a line drive down the first base line, but foul. So do 3-2 again. You know, they need to work into this Beltway Series, though. Make it more Beltway, I think. So I remember 2024, they had both teams wear their City Connect jerseys. I don't know what that was. I don't know why a sound effect just started playing on my laptop. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball foul. We'll do 3-2 again. I think, yeah, YouTube open. I had YouTube open and started playing a short. So it'll be 3-2 again here. That's the annoying thing about YouTube. It will randomly play stuff. Let's go. We have a bunch of people in the chat right now. Like it up, everybody. We have, so far, 5 likes on the stream. Let's go. Thanks to everyone who has liked it, but keep liking it up. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball foul again. So Dylan Beavers working an AB here for the 243 hitter who gets limited ABs. This is Sunday, so you might see some guys who usually don't get starts get their start while the other guys rest. Kobe Mayo getting the start still with his 193 average, though, and he's hitting in the 7 hole. Some Joey Gallo treatment then. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball. This one is third base side, but foul. So do 3-2 again. That one gets out of play. So long AB here from Beavers. He's working into Littell's count. Maybe that's what they want him to do. Just work into the relievers. 10 pitch AB, about to be 11. You see him a lot of fastballs and splitters, a few sliders mixed in there, but that's all he's seen so far. So it'll be a 3-2 here. Littell sets. Here's the pitch. Beavers takes the slider up and out, so Littell walks him now. So Littell lost him, and that's ball 4. So now there's a runner at first here after Dylan Beavers works a really long AB that ends in a walk. So now a runner at first here for Kobe Mayo. So Mayo hit here. He's at third base in tonight's game, or today's game. This is not an afternoon game. Our night game is later tonight, and everyone should tune in for Sunday Night Baseball. Littell sets. Here's the pitch. That is in there, called. Strike 1 in the low and outside corner. It's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here to Kobe Mayo now, who's at 193 with 10 home runs. Yeah, those are Joey Gallo numbers right there. 10 home runs, 31 RBIs. That is a Joey Gallo type of line right there. The 0-1. That is low ball 1 with a splitter, so it'd be a 1-1 count. So 1-1 here with no outs in the bottom of the second inning. Littell goes to the pitch com here, so it looks like he's going to call his own pitch real quickly. He does, so it'll be a 1-1 here. He sets. Here's the pitch to Mayo. He delivers. Swinging a fly ball foul, it'll be a 1-2 count. Hope everyone found a play-by-play guy for Orioles baseball while I was gone, but this week we'll be calling the Red Sox and the Nationals, which is going to be a whole lot of fun in Fenway. So the Nationals travel to Fenway Park as now Mayo takes a timeout, so it'll be a 1-2 here to Mayo, and he takes his one timeout. Littell now at 35 pitches. That is not good. He's on pace to be at 70, over 70 in the 4th inning. Could use some quick innings, help out the bullpen a little bit. We're probably not going to get a Foster performance from him, but we're probably not going to get a Littell performance either, what he usually gives with his 5 innings. The 1-2. Really waiting down the clock. Now he goes over to first. Back in safely is Beavers on a dive. That's the first disengagement for Littell. Excuse me. Still figuring out the whole metal being in your mouth thing. So Littell comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Mayo. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to center field. Young is there, though. Young takes a couple steps back. Now he makes the catch route number 1. So Mayo's down there on the fly out. Jacob Young makes the catch route number 1. So that'll bring up now Colton Cowser here. Interesting about Cowser, they made cow sound effects while he was hitting. The stadium seemed to be mooing when he was hitting. Interesting touch for the Orioles fans. Good to hear, District Nation. The C's are tuning in late. Hey there, Mr. and Mrs. C, tuning in just a little bit late. You didn't miss much, so here's the first pitch. That's low ball 1. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. C. As you can see, 10 subscribers away from 5, though, all the way over there, so 500 is on the way. Mr. C and Mrs. C, little recap here. Rutschman hits a single in the first, and then Pete Alonso is a 2-run home run. That's really all we've gotten in today's game. This will be a 1-0 here from Littell to Cowser. Here is the pitch. Or now he really waits down the pitch clock. And Cowser swings and hits this one out to center field. Going back is Young onto the track, but he has a play here, and will make the catch and fire this one back in. Looks like Beavers went back to first to tag, but he doesn't go. So 2 flyouts to Young in a row. And there's quickly 2 outs now. So now there's 2 outs, and that'll bring up Jackson Holiday, the second baseman. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. C, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this is our first game call to the series because on Friday at a family event and Saturday I was at Camden Yards. At the risk of having you repeat, what did you think of Camden Yards? Oh, I'm fine repeating it as Littell sets will face Holiday, the 200 average hitter. Holiday takes a slider up and out, ball 1. I enjoyed it. The atmosphere is so much better than Nationals Park. They care more. They're there during opening lineups. They're hyped up. Nationals Park, they don't come in till like the bottom of the first inning. And the Nationals, they don't care as much. The Orioles are there ready to go. Here's the 1-0. Holiday takes a fastball inside, ball 2 at 91 miles an hour. That's the thing. That's something I was confused about, and I hadn't seen in a while, is a ballpark that actually cared about being there, that the atmosphere, they wanted to be in Baltimore. They wanted to be watching the game. They weren't there for business as much. They were there to cheer. As here comes the 2-0. Holiday takes a splitter in there, called strike one. The ballpark was nice. I mean, a little bit smaller than Nationals Park. It felt a little bit smaller. Maybe that was just in my head, but there's a lot less open space than at Nationals Park. And the big thing was Mr. C got to meet Dan Coco, though. The same elevator as Dan Coco, the 2-1. This is grounded. First base line. Garcia has it. He takes it to the bag himself for out number 3. Garcia goes down on one knee and makes the catch, or makes the play on the hop for out number 3, and that will end the inning. We're through 2, no runs, a man left on base, no hits. We're through 2 right here on District Nation. It is 2-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. So far, 6 up, 6 down for the Orioles so far. They got a no-hitter going. And I will say it because I'm a Nats fan, so I will say no-hitter. No-hitter. Jacob Young will lead it off for the Nationals. But yeah, I enjoyed Camden Yards, and I liked watching a Nationals game there instead of another game, so I got to cheer on the Nats as they got the win. But they just didn't really – they cared a lot more. It showed me how different Nationals Park is from other stadiums. Camden, they had chants going, and people were into it. Nationals Park – it's really just the 300s and then some people on the outside who do the chants. But I'm going to be honest. I do NATS. I heard they did it at the beginning of the game, but then they stopped. Nationals fans were doing it because it was the Beltway Series, so you can get to D.C. to Baltimore. It's not that hard of a trip. Great observation. I agree. It is smaller, much tighter indoor space. It's the first gen of the new older ballpark. Oh, yeah. That makes sense then, Mr. C. Thank you for telling me that. That makes sense because I was confused. It felt older and it just felt a little more compact. Like it felt like they may have a smaller space to work with, but they worked with what they had. That's just maybe an observation I had. Young, Vivas, and Ruiz will hit in the 3rd inning for the Nationals. Try to get something going in the top of the 3rd. Bottom of the order got it going yesterday. They got some runs on the board. Vivas got a hit, had a double, and then Lyle drives him in. And Lyle was at the bottom of the order, I think, yesterday. I'll get up the official lineup card, though, at some point. So you go top of the 3rd, we go. So we'll see how Bradish does against this Nationals roster in the 3rd inning as they get ready to go for the 3rd inning. Foster Griffin yesterday, though, good outing. It looks like they're talking to him on Nats TV, but yeah, good outing from Foster as Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to JY. JY takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count here. Foster Griffin, 7 innings yesterday. He had no earned runs, 3 hits, 1 run. It was not earned, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. The thing is, he's been racking up strikeouts. Here comes the 1-0 here to Young, and Young takes a pitch outside, ball 2. That was Mrs. C, actually. And she noted that they didn't build in sight lines from the food areas to the field. Once you leave your seats and go to food or drink, you can't see a thing. Yeah, Mrs. C, I agree because we had one of those seats where you had the food area. There was no place to see the game unless you were sitting in your seat. Here comes the 2-0 to JY. JY takes a pitch in there, called strike 1 at 94, and it'll be a 2-1 count now. So Young takes one right in the zone. It'll be a 2-1. Here in the top of the 3rd, 2-zip. Orioles have the lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. As Bradish comes set. Here is the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball. 3rd baseman is there. That's Mayo at third. He fires it to first in time for out number 1. So Young grounds out over there to the 3rd baseman Mayo, to the 1st baseman Basalo for out number 1. Yeah, when you go to get food, there's really no place to see the game unless you're watching it on a TV. You can't really see the actual game. And that's coming from a guy who didn't actually do anything or didn't actually eat much because it was my 2nd day with braces. So I had a hot dog and I cut the hot dog and then just went to my seat. Didn't eat anything in my seat. I sat in my seat for 9 straight innings. Now to be Vivas here to face Bradish. Here's the pitch. And Vivas swings through a curveball and it's an 0-1 count. That one in the dirt. But it'd be an 0-1 count. So I got a shout out to give here at some point when we get a moment. But it'd be an 0-1 here. Vivas hitting. Vivas been doing pretty well lately. So it'll be an 0-1 here. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Vivas. And Vivas takes a fastball up and out, ball 1. Any hits or walks by the Nats today? Nope. No hits, no walks. 7 up, 7 down for the Nationals so far. And that's coming from the best offense in the league, too, which is really confusing me and making me really think about the pitcher Kyle Bradish is. The 1-1 to Vivas. Vivas swings and hits this one to left field, but that one will curl foul and out of play, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. So I'm going to give the shout-out now. Shout-out to my Uncle Robert and Josh and cousin Lexi. You are listening on the interstate on the way to Missouri. Oh, thank you to those 3. Once again, Uncle Robert, Josh, and cousin Lexi all listening on the interstate. Thank you for tuning into District Nation today for play-by-play. It'll be a 1-2. Bradish at 32 pitches now. Come set. It'll be a 1-2 to Vivas. Here is the pitch to Jorbeat. He takes a pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Rutschman, way out. Took a huge bounce there, so it'll even up the count at 2-2. I'd noticed this. We haven't done the umpires for today's game. Looks like we got Jansen Visconti behind the plate, James Jean at first, Alec Tosi at second. Corey Blazer is our guy at third base. Those are your umpires.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
So it'll be a 2-2 here with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Vivas. He delivers. Vivas swings and grounds it up the middle. Shortstop Henderson plays right where he hit it, though, and that's out number 2. I'm really struggling here. Dang it. Braces really make me confused. They don't hurt. They're just interesting. Makes me stutter, which I really don't like. So that's out number 2. I really don't like stuttering, especially on live. Let's go. We just gained another subscriber. Now at 491, we are 9 away from 500. And at 500, we can start doing a lot, such as selling channel memberships, opening up a store through the YouTube.com. So you could make your own merch, I think, through there. And then, of course, you get to get donos and all that. So, Bradish. Now come set. Now face Cabert from the left side. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. And Ruiz takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count here. Nationals could really use this series, though. Get back in the series win column on the road before they head to Boston. I mean, this is probably a better opponent than Boston, though. I mean, the Orioles are 39-45, and the Boston Red Sox are 35-46. So, different records, at least. Here comes the 1-0. Ruiz takes a sinker upstairs, ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. We're now 9 away from 500, though. That's the first gain of the day, but 9 away. 9 subscribers. This will be a 2-0 here with 2 outs. Coming set to Bradish. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. He takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1, so it'll be a 2-1 count now. So 2-1, 2 outs. Nationals could use a base runner. Even if it's not on a hit, just get a base runner. I don't care how we get it. Get hit. Get reached on an air. Just get a base runner through the first 9. Here comes the 2-1 to Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Ruiz swings and fouls off that sinker low and out, so it'll be a 2-2 count. 2-2 with 2 outs. You know, I think that with what he's been doing lately, Foster Griffin's got to be in the consideration for All-Stars over the next few days. The announcements are tonight for the starters, but at least get him a reserve. He's got to be in the consideration. This will be a 2-2. Here's a pitch to Ruiz. That's in the dirt, ball 3, so it'll be a 3-2 count now. 3-2, 2 outs. Let's go, Ruiz. Get on base any way you can.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
So it'll be another 3-2. Well, that's the first 3-2 of the count. It'll be a 3-2. Coming set is Bradish. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. He delivers. Low, ball 4 in the dirt. So Ruiz is going to take a walk. There goes a perfect game. Ruiz breaks it up with a nice walk. So first base runner for the Nationals here comes in the top of the 3rd. That rarely happens for a team like the Nationals, who's been so good on offense. This team has been great on the offensive side of the ball, and they really can't get anything going today. So Ruiz stands at first. That'll bring up James Wood here. Bradish checks on the runner. He comes set. This is the first time he's working with a runner on base. It's the pitch to James Wood. Wood takes a ball in the dirt, but Adley keeps it right in front of him, so it'll be a 1-0 count. Now time will be called. Ruiz was not able to move up. Camden Yards is highly rated for fan experience, largely due to good sight lines from the seats and fan engagement. Oh, yeah, fan engagement, that is one thing. They had that water hose out there in left center field. I was above that. That really got people going. Here comes the 1-0 to James Wood. Wood swings and fouls this one off. It'll be a 1-1 count. Fouled that back and out of play. It is really cool that Foster Griffin is in consideration for All-Star. And the dude was in Japan last year grinding it out, trying to get back to the MLB. And now he's here and he could be an All-Star. Nationals got to find a way to get on the board here. Yeah, I think also good sight lines. I was in center, so my sight line was more straight. And good seats, and fan engagement. Yeah, they get him into it. Here's the 1-1. Wood takes a sinker in there. Called. Strike two. Maybe not the best call there. Looked a little low and inside, but it will be a 1-2 count. So 1-2 here with 2 outs to Wood, who's just not getting hits this series. We could use the old James Wood right about now. What a guy. Someone noted this to me. One of my friends noted me. This is a guy who's known for his second half slumps. And Wood takes a ball in the dirt and low ball, too, with a slider, so to be a 2-2 count. He's known for working himself into slumps, so hopefully he can stay out of it. Play the way he does in the first half, in the second half, because we are officially in the second half based off numbers. Second half for the Nationals, I think MLB just does it by the All-Star break. They consider that the second half. But I think here, we can consider 85. We're halfway through the season. They're going to play 162 games as Bradish sets. The 2-2 to Wood. Check swing. Did he go? No, says third base umpire Blazer. And that's a 3-2 count. Corey Blazer was behind the plate yesterday. He did not do a good job. I think there was 6 calls overturned during the game. That's unheard of. This would be a 3-2 here. With 2 outs, Ruiz will be on the move. 3-2 outs. Nationals could use something here from Wood. Coming sets Bradish. Here's the pitch. Wood takes low and inside. Ball 4. So 2 walks in a row now for Kyle Bradish. Still no hits. Now the runners have a man in scoring position now for Luis Garcia Jr., probably their best hitter right now. So Wood stands at first now, and Ruiz will move up to second. So James Wood takes yet another walk. Something he's very good at. It's not to be Louis here, who's a red-hot hitter. Went from 1-2 to a walk. Last night, Ruiz went yard, and he also had 4 hits. So I think we shouldn't discount the fact that Louis had a multi-hit game. Sure, he had a home run, but we're just forgetting the fact of how many hits he had. As a curveball is ball 1 in the dirt, so to be a 1-0 count. So 1-0 here with 2 outs to Louis. Hitting .272 with 14 home runs, 50 RBIs. Yesterday, I just think not too many people are talking about yesterday for Louis because it was a good performance, as it would be a 1-0 here to Luis Garcia Jr. Here's the pitch. Louis takes a curveball in there, called strike 1 to the low and outside corner. So that's not a good call there from the umpire, but I guess they're going to call it. Set evens up the count at 1-1. DC Sports says, let's go Nats. Yeah, let's go. This will be a 1-1 here with 2 outs. Yeah, Louis had 4 hits and 5 ABs with only 1 RBI. We don't talk about that enough. We're not going to talk about the fact that he had 4 hits, and Louis fouls this one off. It'll be a 1-2 count. Let's go. Another sub. We're now at 492. We're only 8 away from 500. Thank you so much to that new subscriber. You just helped out the channel, and he helped out me a lot because I'm really excited to try to hit 500 today. So we 1-2 here with 2 outs. I think we can hit it today. It is very realistic that we hit that number today. So you 1-2 here with 2 outs. We'll check up on some other scores around the league. At that moment, it'll be a 1-2 count here with 2 outs. Bradish comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Luis Garcia Jr. Here is the pitch to Louis. Louis swings and fouls this one off third base side on a 97-mile-an-hour sinker. So we'll do 1-2 again. We're only 8 subscribers away. We're 8 subscribers away from being at 500. 1-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. That means it took us a little bit less than a year to hit 500 subscribers, which is honestly awesome. I didn't think I'd hit that within a year. I thought it'd take me a little while. So we have 1-2 here. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Louis. Louis takes a ball in the dirt. Ruiz was not on the move, though. Ruiz had a good secondary, but Rutschman keeps it in front of him. Rutschman showing off he's pretty good behind there. He's a good wall behind there, behind the plate. So it'll be a 2-2 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 more balls. This game's base is loaded. So it'll be 2-2 here. But I don't think walk Louis. Get something in his zone. Crush it. Here comes the 2-2 to Luis Garcia Jr. He takes a ball low and inside. Ball 3. So it'll be a 3-2 count. Bradish on the verge of walking a 3rd straight batter. I wonder if they get something warm after that. Talk about slip-ups through the second half of the order. He hasn't even had a real at-bat against someone second time through. Here in the 3rd inning, he got the first 2 out and walks the next 2. That's going to be a 3-2 here to Louis. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners once again will be on the move. Bradish sets. The 3-2 here to Luis Garcia Jr. Swung on, hit towards the gap in left center field. That's going to be diving catch not made. Going to go all the way to the wall. Ruiz scores. Wood rounding third. He's going to try to score. The throw is not in time, and catcher can't even get to it. Luis Garcia Jr. will stop at second, though, and this game is tied here at 2 in the top of the third inning. Luis Garcia Jr. delivers with a 2 RBI double. It's now the Nationals 2, the Orioles 2. Louis goes out to left center, pokes that one to the gap. Left fielder Ward tries to make a diving attempt at it. He can't even stop it. Goes right past him, not even off his glove. And now it's a 2-2 game. Wood was hustling hard around third, and he scores. It's now the Nationals 2, the Orioles 2. We're all tied up here in Baltimore in the top of the third. Louis stands at second. Here we go, everybody. N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! So we're tied at 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's now a 2-2 game. Louis delivers once again to left center with a double this time. Doesn't need a full home run to do it, but he ties it up. It's now the Nationals 2 and the Orioles 2. 2-out double for Luis Garcia Jr. after a couple walks given up by Bradish, who just got a mound visit from his pitching coach here. That'll bring up Curtis Mead in the 3-hole. It's now a 3-2 game. Bradish sets. Here comes the pitch to Mead. He delivers, and Mead swings and grounds this one to the third baseman, though. Mayo fields it cleanly, fires to first. Bouncing throw, not picked by Basallo. This is going to score a run. Mead will go to second. Louis is going to score. So an error brings in a run, and the Nationals have the lead. Whoa, man. That was a clean play by Mayo, and he throws a one-hopper to Basallo, and he can't pick it. It's now the Nationals 3, the Orioles 2. Wow. Mayo made a nice play and throws a one-hopper to Basallo, and he can't pick it. So we'll see what the air is on. Mead's able to move up to second on the play. It's now a 3-2 game. Nationals have the lead. N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo. So that'll bring up now C.J. Abrams with a runner at second. Here's the pitch to C.J., and he takes a ball in the dirt, ball one. So I'm going to see how they score that. Was the pitcher who came in for the Nats in the ninth new? I didn't recognize the name. The name, not the game. Yeah, it was Justin Lawrence in the 10th inning. Yes, Justin Lawrence signed just recently, I think last week, and he ends up getting in. So, yeah, Justin Lawrence, a new name. A sidearm pitcher, too, is coming set as Bradish. Here's the pitch to Abrams. Abrams takes a fastball upstairs, ball 2. Mr. C, if you don't recognize the name, chances are they're a new player. Just for the amount that we watch, you and me, and the fact you've been in here so many times, Mr. C, I trust you. If you don't recognize the name, he's probably new. He's probably making his debut. Let's go Nats. N-A-T-S, Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo, yes. The 2-0 here to Abrams. Abrams takes a sinker outside, ball 3. It's a 3-0 count. Just missed that time. Let's go Nats lead 3-2. Mr. C says, wow, yes. That is one thing I'd say is wow. I want to see who they called the air on. I think it'd be on the throw. Probably on the throw there. Yep, so they're going to say it's on the throwing air. Here comes the 3-0. And Abrams hits this one in the air. Shallow to the outfield. Henderson's under it. And Gunnar Henderson will make the catch for out number 3. So the Nationals do get 3 on the board. Only 2 of the runs are earned, though, because 1 scores on an air. So, Luis Garcia Jr. scores on the throwing error by Kobe Mayo. So that is not an earned run. 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Check how many hits there were in the inning. Only 1 hit in the inning is the double from Luis Garcia Jr. Then Curtis Mead reaches on an air. He stands at second, so 1 man was left on base. Only 1 hit in the inning. 1 error, 1 man left on base. Results in 3 runs. It's now the Nationals 3, the Orioles 2. Wow, that was interesting. Remember, we'll be on this screen in between innings, but just go vote Abrams if you haven't already. He is a finalist now, so go vote him for starters. Let's check out scores around the league. Pirates beating the Reds 4-0 in the top of the 4th. Rangers beating the Blue Jays 1-0. Tigers beating the Astros 2-0. Mariners beating the Guardians 2-0. Looks like D-backs are losing to the Rays 3-0. Phillies beating the Mets 3-0, so JJ has something to be happy about in the bottom of the 3rd at least. Rockies actually winning a game against the Twins here, 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st. White Sox beating the Royals 2-1 in the bottom of the 1st once again. Cubs and Brewers just underway, middle of the 2nd, 0-0. Mid of the first, looks like Marlins and Cardinals at 0. At 3:15, we'll get the Angels and Athletics. That's a Peacock game today. And then at 4:10 or 4:05, you get Braves and Giants. And at 4:10, Dodgers Padres. And at 7:20 tonight, tune in on District Nation for Sunday Night Baseball between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Rodon versus Gray. That should be a great outing. Sonny Gray versus Carlos Rodon. I think that's going to be a really good outing. Just a good group of guys. I mean, Rodon 4-2 with a 370, and then Gray's been 9-1 with a 2.95. That's probably been the Red Sox best pickup so far. Over all the guys they've gotten, that's been their best pickup from this season. And they traded Brandon Clark for him. And Richard Fitz. So that's the guy you get for Sonny Gray. With the way AL pitching's been, though, he's probably in Cy Young conversations right now. As we head to the bottom of the third, Nationals now have a 3-2 game. Wow, one hit to get 3 runs. Yep. So now Littell here will pitch in the bottom of the third. He sets. First pitch from Zach Littell to Taylor Ward, and that's going to be low and in the dirt, ball one with a sweeper. It's a 1-0 count now. Bottom of the third, Nationals now have a 1-run lead. It goes from a 2-0 game to a 3-2 game just like that. This will be a 1-0 here. 258 average for Ward. 5 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Didn't get a good snap, though. There you go. So here comes the 1-0 to Ward. That is outside, ball 2 with a slider. Looks like that one was just outside. It'll be a 2-0 count. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. It's going to be 2-0 here. Coming sets Littell. Here's the pitch to Ward. He delivers. Swing and a miss. A sword swing on a fastball inside. It'll be a 2-1 count now. So that's a sword swing. Littell gets him just a swing through that one. So it'll be a 2-1 count. Had to step away for a few. Have to step away for a few. Let's go, Littell, and protect the lead. Yep. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. C. Hope to see you later. Now when a swung on and missed. It'll be a 2-2 count. Yeah, Mr. C. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you come back soon at some point in the game. Try to see the Nationals hold on to this and hope the bullpen doesn't have to try to hold on to it. This will be a 2-2. Littell sets. Here's the pitch. That's low and in, ball 3 with a splitter, so it'll be a 3-2 count now. 3-2 with no outs here in the bottom of the third. We will be taking a break at the end of the third inning, and I'll put it on the Abrams screen, but I just got to step away for a second as it'll be a 3-2. Littell comes set. The 3-2 to Taylor Ward. He delivers. Swing and a miss. And a fastball high and inside. Ward swings through that one. Strikeout number 1 for Littell. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. So Littell gets a strikeout of Taylor Ward. There you go, boys. Littell goes high and in. And Ward can't swing at it. So this team's finally starting to click. You get some runs in the third. Then come back here in the bottom of the third, get a strikeout. So now to be Gunnar Henderson, who flew out back in the first. Littell sets. Here's the pitch. And Gunnar swings and hits this one. Out to center field, going back is Young. He's under it, though, and that's Young sizing it up, and Jacob Young will make the catch for out number 2. So another quick out there. Littell, 2 in a row now. He's retired going back to the last inning, 5 in a row. 6 of his last 7 retired, and the only other one is a walk after that home run. He's faced 7 batters after that home run. He's retired 6 of them and walked 1, so he's really settling in now. So that'll bring up Adley now at a hit in his first AB back off that concussion protocol, being on the IL. Littell sets. Here's the pitch to Rutschman. That's going to be high and out, ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count. Yeah, Littell, facing Rutschman here. Rutschman hitting from the left side, a switch hitter. It was in the home run derby a few years ago. I think it was the Seattle one, where he turned from the left side for the first round. And with his bonus balls, he hit from the right side. It did much better, so maybe he should have hit from the right the entire time. The 1-0. And Rutschman takes a slider upstairs, ball 2, and it'll be a 2-0 count now. Littell now stands at 51 pitches, so still on pace for around the 6th inning to beat 100. So, not great. You'd want to be around 45 at the end of 3. That's 15 an inning, but if you can't do that, you can't do it. Here's the 2-0. And Littell can't paint the fastball that time, so it'll be a 3-0 count. Just can't get the zone. So it'll be a 3-0 count now with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, Rutschman and Alonso are the 2 guys who had the hits in this order. Everyone else really hasn't done anything. So 3-4, the real heart of this lineup. The 3-0 is going to be low, ball 4. So Rutschman takes a 4-pitch walk now. So that's his 2nd time on base. So now Rutschman on for a 2nd time. Looks like they just replayed that. That was out of the zone. So good thing Ruiz didn't challenge. So 2 outs now. That'll bring up Big Polar Bear Pete Alonso. Another chance with a runner on base for Big Pete. So Littell comes set. Here's the pitch to Big Pete Alonso. He delivers. And Alonso takes just high ball one with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. What was wrong with that, Blue? Looks like that might eclipse. So it'll be a 1-0 count here. 254 average, 19 home runs, 58 runs batted in for Pete, who's been just driving in runs like crazy. Littell sets. Here's the pitch to Alonso. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 92, and that'll make it a 1-1 count. Littell goes right into the zone, challenges him with a fastball right in the zone, and Alonso swings through it. Maybe he got a little piece of it, but that'll even up the count at 1-1 nevertheless. 1-1, 2 outs here in this matinee afternoon game from Baltimore, Maryland. District Nation coverage of live baseball, Washington Nationals play-by-play. Subscribe for more. Here comes the 1-1 to Alonso. Just outside, ball 2, and it'll be a 2-1 count. You got to subscribe, everybody. We're getting really, really close to 500. We are right there. We can taste it as a channel. It'll be 2-1 here with 2 outs. Littell comes to his sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch to Alonso. Swing and a miss at a sinker in the zone. Littell challenges him again. He went to the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. This time he goes 93 with a sinker right in the zone. Set evens it up at 2-2. Alonso just swung through 2 in a row. Now he'll take a timeout here. As the clock was winding down, he readjusts his batting gloves. 2-2 here with 2 outs. Nice little deuces situation here for Alonso and Littell. Littell sets. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball high and in. Looks like Alonso tipped it in the glove, but Ruiz holds on. And that is strikeout number 2 for Zach Littell. That will end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. A walk, 1 man left on base. No hits, no runs, though. We are through 3 innings. It is the Nationals 3, Orioles 2. Go to this screen. We'll be back in just a moment. But in that time, go vote for C.J. Abrams. But we'll be back in just a second. Here we go, everybody. We head to the top of the 4th. Nationals have a 3-2 lead over the Orioles. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, to District Nation for coverage of the Beltway Series between the Nationals and the Orioles. Bradish sets. He'll face Dylan Cruz here with no outs, top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Cruz takes a slider in there, called strike 1. That one was called a strike. That clipped to the lower and out part of the zone. Did not think that would be a strike, but it's no 1 count now. Cruz facing Bradish as he comes set at the belt. The 0-1 here to Dylan Cruz. Here's the pitch. Cruz takes a slider low and out, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Sit down, Pete. We head to the top of the 4th. Yep. Pete Alonso needs to sit down. But now he's over there sitting on the bench because he's the designated hitter in today's game. So it'll be a 1-1 here from Bradish. Here's the pitch to DC3. Cruz takes a sinker upstairs, ball 2. It'll be a 2-1 count now. 2-1 here with no outs. DC Sports says, let's go Cruz. Yes, let's go Cruz. We could use something from Cruz right here. Bradish sets. It'd be a 2-1 here to DC3. Here comes the pitch to Cruz. Cruz takes a slider low and outside, ball 3. It's now a 3-1 count now. Now, don't challenge that, Adley, because chances are it's not going to be a strike. Be a 3-1 count now. So now time called by the umpire here. Needs a personal timeout. So it looks like they don't know who the crew chief of this squad is. No one seems to know. That's kind of annoying that no one knows who the crew chief of the crew is. I feel like you should know that. So it'll be 3-1 here and no outs. Bradish sets. It'll be a 3-1 here to DC. Now he's got to throw a good pitch here. Here's the pitch. Cruz takes inside, ball 4. Or he doesn't and just takes a walk. So that's the third walk issued by Kyle Bradish. First one of the inning. Had 2 back in the third. He has 1 here in the fourth. So 3 walks now for Bradish. And now there's Cruz at first, who's always a threat to go. Dylan Cruz can swipe it back at any point in the game. So to bring up Dalen here to face Kyle Bradish here. Dalen Lyle, it's going to face Bradish at 62 pitches. Basalo will hold him on. Bradish comes set. Here's the pitch to Dalen Lyle. Lyle swings and fouls this one off, and it'll be an 0-1 count. So that was a pitch in the zone, but it'll be an 0-1 count. It's like there's some sort of flyover going on for Camden. But it'll be 0-1 here. Lyle. Not the best streak so far. Maybe he can find it. Try to maybe just get a hit right here. Getting a hit would be nice for him. Keep the streak alive. And he had an RBI last night. Here comes the 0-1 from Bradish. Lyle takes a sinker just up high, ball 1. So that'll even up the count in 1-1. Just a bit high out of the zone. Looks like it was just barely not touching. So it'll be a 1-1 here. No ABSs in the game just yet. 1-1 here and no outs in the top of the fourth. Coming set to Bradish. Here's the pitch to Dalen. Now Bradish will go over to first, back in safely on a dive is Cruz. That's the first disengagement by the pitcher Bradish. I thought umpire for a second because I was looking at the first base umpire James Jean saying that was the first disengagement. This will be a 1-1 here. Let's go. Another sub, 492. Thank you so much for that new sub. We went down to 91, then we went up to 92. Here's the 1-1 to Dalen Lyle. Lyle takes a sinker upstairs, ball 2. It'll be a 2-1 count now. So 2-1 here and no outs, and Cruz stands at first after drawing that leadoff walk. Funny thing is Bradish is working on a one-hitter here, and he only has 2 earned runs. Most of his things have been based off of walks here. Most of his problems have been walks and errors. Coming said he only had 1 hit, and it was Louis, but that was momentum changing. The 2-1. Lyle swings and fouls this one off down the first base line. Basalo makes the play, though, with foul ground. So that makes it a 2-2 count. Ray, first base umpire over there for the Nationals, Corey Ray, and Estevez over the lines at third for the Nationals. 2 good coaches, Ray and Estevez. They are very good at what they do. So it'll be a 2-2 here. Bradish looking for his sign on the ABS. Now he looks. He comes set. He checks on the runner and comes set. It'll be a 2-2 here to Lyle. Here is the pitch. Lyle swinging a miss at a curveball low and outside. Now a back pick here by Rutschman, not in time. But Dalen Lyle is down swinging for out number 1. That's strikeout number 2 for Kyle Bradish in the game. So 2 strikeouts now. That'll bring up Jacob Young now. JY with the big fly will come to the plate. JY will hear. Bradish working on a righty-righty matchup now after walking Cruz. The last righty-righty matchup he saw. Here's the pitch to Jacob Young. And that's low ball 1. Rutschman looked like he wanted to back pick for a second, getting up quickly. But it looks like it'll be a 1-0 count. Young at 227 average. 8 home runs, though. That's more than his entire career this season. Before coming into this season, I think he had 6 career probably. He has 8 now. Has doubled his career home runs and more. Here comes the 1-0 to JY. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Young. Young takes a sinker upstairs. Called strike 1. That is not a good call there. Young doesn't ABS it, though. Looks like it was not touching. Looking at the replay, it was not touching, so Young probably should have challenged it. Looks like Atlanta fan Pinewood just subscribed. Thank you so much. We're now 8 away from 500. Here comes the 1-1 to JY. Young swings and fouls this one off, and it'll be a 1-2 count now. So 1-2 here with one out in the top of the fourth. On deck is Vivas, a lefty ready and to go on deck. 1-run lead for the Nationals here in the top of the fourth. Very slim lead. So be a 1-2 count here with one out. Bradish looks in for his sign. He comes set. This will be a 1-2 here to JY. He sets and waits. Here's the pitch to the big young man, and that is in the dirt, ball 2 with a curveball. So that'll even up the count at 2-2. Rutschman being a wall back there, though. Nothing is getting past him right now. Cruz is on first. I'd like Cruz to get moving. Maybe try to get a runner in scoring position here with still one out. Then Young can get something going, move him to third somehow. So it'll be a 2-2 here. Rutschman isn't great at picking runners off. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, hit out towards center, going back to center fielder Cowser. He has a play on it, and Cowser will make the catch for out number 2. So Cruz will retreat back to first. That's 2 outs. After the walk by Cruz, Bradish gets 2 outs, first a strikeout and then a fly out. So to bring up Jorbit Vivas now with 2 outs. Vivas coming to the plate. Former New York Yankee comes over to the Nationals. I don't think he expected to have the role that he has. 263 average, 3 home runs with 15 RBIs. I mean, do you think they expected a guy like Vivas to come out and play every other day? To be a guy who's going to hit decently well and to be the clutch guy every so often? He has taken up that role. So, Bradish here will pitch here against Vivas with a runner at first and 2 outs. Now let's go. 493 subscribers. We're now 7 away from that number that has a triple digit and a 5 on it. Let's go. Thank you so much. Coming set is Bradish. He'll face Vivas here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Jorbit. Vivas takes a curveball in there. Called strike 1, but Vivas wants a challenge here. That one looks like it clipped the zone. Let's see if Vivas is correct on this call. Now it looks like it may be a little low. Maybe they call it, but let's get the ABS here. And it is a strike. So the Nationals are going to lose their challenge early on. Vivas challenged that curveball thinking it may have been a little low, but it is barely touching the zone for out 0-1 count now. So Nationals lose a challenge. It's be 0-1 here. Bradish steps off now as Vivas takes the timeout. Looks like there's a lot of flyovers going on right now. Or maybe they're near an airport. It's 0-1. I didn't really notice that last night, though, but I was at an angle where they might have been behind me. It's 0-1. Bradish steps onto the rubber. Checks on the runner. He comes set. The 0-1 here to Jorbit. Now a timeout. Oh, my gosh. Stop calling timeout. More planes now. Now Vivas gets out of the way. These planes are... I don't know why they're here. Is there some sort of flyover event going on during the game? Maybe we play the baseball game, then do all the flyovers. So 0-1 with 2 outs. I think that is what's causing these timeouts, is the flyovers. So be 0-1 here with 2 outs. Yeah, the umpire here, Visconti, doesn't know why he's calling timeout. He looks like he's confused as he calls these timeouts. 0-1. Bradish at 73 pitches here in the fourth. So now the pitch counts are similar for the pitchers. Both are decently high in their pitch counts. Here comes the 0-1 to Vivas. Here's the pitch. Vivas swings and fouls this one off. He took a big hack at that one, and it's an 0-2 count. Looks like he was angry. He kind of put his bat against his foot there. Kicked his bat a little bit. But it'd be an 0-2 count here. Nevertheless, looks like David Hald just subscribed. Thank you, David Hald, for that subscription. You helped us out, David. You're subscriber number 493. We are now 7 away from 500 because of you. So 0-2. Coming set is Bradish. The pitch to Vivas. He delivers. That's in the dirt, ball 1, so it'll be a 1-2 count. But I like to put these subscribers on the board so they can know that they're there, even if they're not gonna chat. Maybe they can still be on the board, on the screen. So it'll be 1-2 here with 2 outs. Vivas trying to drive another run, getting more runs on the board for this national squad. Help him score a little bit. Coming set is Bradish facing the lefty Vivas. He's a righty. The 1-2 to Vivas. The pitch is high, ball 2 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. 2-2, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. A 1-run lead for the Nationals. 2-2-2. All deuces here with the runner at first. The runner is DC, though, so Dylan Cruz has wheels. He could steal a bag right here. Try to take an extra. The 2-2 to Vivas, the pitch. Vivas takes upstairs with a sinker, so now it's a 3-2 count, and the runners will be on the move now on a 3-2 count. Last time we were in this situation, Garcia had a double. So the Nationals know how to hit in this situation. They had a good third based off of that with 3-2, 2 outs, and Garcia had a knock. So it'll be 3-2 here. Bradish sets. Cruz will be on the move. Here's the pitch to Vivas. He delivers. Vivas takes low and outside, ball 4. So Jorbit takes a walk. Second walk of the inning, and that's the 4th of the game for Kyle Bradish, who's really struggling with command a little bit. There's now a runner in scoring position based off of only walks. So I'll bring up Kabert now. Cruz moves up to second on the play, and going to first is Vivas. So there's runners on first and second here with 2 outs. So Vivas says hi to Samuel Basallo real quickly, and that'll bring up Kabert Ruiz here with 2 outs with a chance to drive in some more. So now Adley Rutschman will come out and talk to Kyle Bradish real quickly, just make sure he's okay. Nationals played their exhibition game here in Camden right at the beginning of the season. Looks like they got a man up in the pen already. They got Tyler Wells warming up as of now. Looks like Nationals seem empty, though. Vivas has the helmet off now. He'll take his lead away from first and throw his helmet back on. Basallo is talking to him, though. So far, first inning, Bradish only threw 12 pitches. In the second, he threw 13. In the third, he threw 32. Now in the fourth, he has 21. So the walks are really his problem. He sets. Pitch to Ruiz, and Ruiz crushes this one out towards left center, going back to center fielder. Cowser to the track, and he makes the catch in the gap on the track. Colton Cowser runs over there and makes a nice catch for out number 3. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, but 2 men left on base after a couple walks. We will head to the bottom of the 4th. It is still the Nationals 3, the Orioles 2. We'll go over to this screen real quickly so we can get that on the board. Go vote C.J. Abrams for All-Star starter right now. Chris is here. He says, hey, District. What's up, Chris? Thanks for tuning in, man. I'll get your message on the board real quickly here. Didn't mean to just not put you on the board. I was on the Vote Abrams screen. Yeah, what's up, Chris? Thanks for tuning in, man. But there you go, everybody. Go vote C.J. Abrams right now. Whip out your phone, go to MLB.com/vote, or scan the QR code, do it on your laptop, whatever you want to do it on. Second in average, first in home runs, first in RBIs, first in OPS. I feel like that's among shortstops as well. And the guy you're going to say, oh, second in average, who's first? Otto Lopez is first, and Lopez isn't even an option. So Abrams, of the 2 guys in the running, it's between Abrams and Betts, is the better player stat-wise, and every stat he's better. And I think just in general, he's a better player too than Betts right now. Maybe Betts in the past has been really, really good, but right now, no. Right now, that guy is the best shortstop besides Bobby Witt, and Bobby Witt's in the AL. So, Abrams, my favorite National. Let's go. Then go vote him. Help him out. Chris, help him out. Go vote Abrams on Monday. I think it starts tomorrow. That's the thing. I don't think we can vote just yet. I don't think people can vote just yet for the new voting, but when you can, it starts tomorrow. So, voting starts tomorrow. I'm going to be very more active about it tomorrow during the game. It starts tomorrow. It starts at noon tomorrow. So go do that tomorrow. I have to tell you that, but go do it tomorrow. Help out Abrams. He deserves to be in the All-Star game. I think every person in this stream agrees C.J. Abrams deserves to be in the All-Star game. He will be in the All-Star game because he's a finalist, but he deserves to be starting. Let's go. We're now at 494 subscribers. We are 6 away from 500. We are getting so close to that 500 number. Let's go. Good to know. I'll definitely vote for him. Yep, you got to vote for Abrams. You got to vote for Abrams. And, yep, I'm going to vote as many times as I can. If it's 5 times, then I'm doing it. So here we go. Bottom of the 4th will be Basallo, Beavers, and Mayo now. Littell sets. Here's the pitch to Basallo. And that's in there, called strike 1. So it's an 0-1 count. So to be an 0-1 count here. So to be 0-1 here with no outs in the bottom of the 4th. Coming set is Littell. Here's the pitch. That's going to be grounded down the first base line, but first baseman Louie is there. He'll flip it up to Littell, covering the bag in time. So Basallo is down on a couple pitches for out number 1. Let's go. We just got another subscriber. Now at 495, we are 5 subscribers away from 500. So we are getting so close here. We are so close to 500. One out here, and that'll bring up Beavers here. Dylan Beavers will come to the plate with one out. Dylan Beavers here doesn't have an official at-bat just yet. He walked his first time up to the plate in the second inning. We are so close to 500. We are 5 away. 5 people just got to subscribe. Coming sets Littell. Here's the pitch to Beavers. That swung on and fouled off on an 88-mile-an-hour slider. Got around that one early. So we don't 1 count now. So we go. 0-1 here with 1 out. Coming set is Littell. Here's the 0-1. That's low, ball 1 with a splitter, and it'll be a 1-1 count. So 1-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Let's go. We are now 5 away. 5 subscribers away. Littell sets. Here comes the 1-1 to Beavers. Here's the pitch. That is up high, ball 2 with a fastball. It'll be a 2-1 count now. Looks like Ruiz wants an ABS, though. I think we're getting an ABS right here because the umpire just stepped away. We'll see if the Nationals get it here. Let's see the ABS. They're showing it. It is a strike, so the Nationals succeed. The Nationals actually succeeded on the ABS challenge. It's a 1-2. Clip the top part of the zone. It's now a 1-2 count. Woohoo!
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
So Ruiz finally succeeds on a challenge. Littell sets. It'll be a 1-1 here to Beavers, or 1-2 here to Beavers. Here's the pitch. Called! Strike 3 on a low and outside sweeper. Sweeps to the bottom part of the zone. And that is strikeout number 3 for Littell, and that one is looking for out number 2. So Littell gets a 79-mile-an-hour sweeper looking for called strike 3. So that'll bring up now Kobe Mayo here. He's 0 for 1 on the day. At first, Beavers wanted to challenge, but he doesn't. So coming set now is Littell. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit out to left, but left fielder Lyle is coming in. Lyle is under it, and Dalen Lyle will make the catch for out number 3, inning over. So that's how we get it. 1-2-3 for Littell. He's through 4. Struggled in the first, but now he's through a good 4 innings. So we will head to the top of the 5th after 4 innings. The Nationals 3, the Orioles 2, as we head to the top of the 5th. It'll be the top of the order for the Nationals: Wood, Garcia Jr., and Meade. Supposed to be in the 90s here all week. Oof. That does not sound fun, but it's probably similar where I am. But went to the top of the 5th, and only 5 subscribers away now. We just hit 495 a minute ago, so 5 subscribers away from the 500 mark. And it's just 5 subscribers. We've already gained 5 today, so we're halfway there. We gained the first 5 today. See if Wood can get something going. No, he's 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk, but he scored after that walk. So the walks have been helping the Nationals. That's the thing. Walks have been helping us be productive. Sometimes for offense, you got to draw some walks, get on base. Moneyball said it best. He gets on base. So that's the thing about Wood is he gets on base a lot. Maybe that's why in the leadoff hole. Here we go, top of the 5th. Nationals just trying to keep this lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And we're 5 subscribers away from that 500 number. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. 5 away from 500. I feel like that's a lucky sign. We just need 5 subscribers. Let's go. Hoping you hit 500 today. Yeah, Chris, if you know anybody, send it out. Send out the messages. If you know anybody, send them out. We got 5 subscribers to go until 500. Let's go. Another one. 496. Let's go. We're now at 496 subscribers. Just gained one right there. We're now 4 away. So another one in the books. I mean, even the Nats don't win today. We're getting a win if we hit 500. And that'd mean we gain 10, which would be a good amount of subscriptions. But here we go, top of the 5th. Top of the 5th. I feel like it'd be the perfect time to hit 500 during the 5th inning. So we go to be James Wood now. Maybe James Wood wants us to hit 500. So coming set here is Kyle Bradish for the 5th inning of his work. I believe he's still out there. Yes, he is. He'll face James Wood here. Here's the first pitch to James Wood. Wood takes outside, ball 1 with a curveball. It'll be a 1-0 count now. 1-0 here with no outs in the top of the 5th inning. Let's see, just 4 more subs, though. Coming set is Bradish. Here comes the 1-0 here to Wood. He delivers, and Wood takes outside with a sinker. It'll be a 2-0 count now. Let's go. 9 likes on the stream, though. We got plenty of viewers in here right now. Be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It's be a 2-0. Especially the subscribe button because we're 4 away. This will be 2-0 here. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Wood. Bradish now at 81 pitches, and he goes, and Wood takes a sinker in there. Called. Strike one is now a 2-1 count. So 2-1 here with no outs in the top of the 5th. 2-1 here with no outs. Here's the pitch to Wood. Upstairs, ball 3. Wood almost went for it, but he doesn't in the end. So to be a 3-1 count now. So coming set is Bradish. Here's the pitch to Wood. Wood takes inside, ball 4, and takes a walk. So there's another walk here. Wood drawing yet another walk. He's a league leader in walks. He has 2 in this game. So James Wood is loving just looking at pitches and not swinging. So it's like managers coming out here. This may be the end of the day for Kyle Bradish at 84 pitches. I mean, 4 walks in the game. I'd hope for his sake he's not left out there. Wells storming up here. This is the pitching coach. Maybe that's not him. So it looks like Bradish is done, so we're going to get Wells into the game. So we go. Top of the 5th, and he's going to be done. So Tyler Wells is going to come into the game after 4 innings plus worked by Bradish. So coming into the game will be Wells. You're going to need a little length out of this arm, though, as they'd say in MLB The Show. Only 1 hit given up. We don't know his full run count just yet, but I mean, the big thing is the 4 walks. 5 walks. Wow, he had 5 walks and only 2 strikeouts to go with it. He got contact, but I mean, he was walking guys, too. So here we go. A runner at first here with no one out. It'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. now. So that'll bring up Louie now. Let's go. Another subscriber. We're now at 497. We are 3 away from 500. Let's go. 3 subscribers away from that 500 number. We just need 3 subscribers. Think we can do that. So Tyler Wells will come in here now. And let's go. We just get another. We're now at 498. So we're now 2 away. So we're just a double away from that 500 number. As Tyler Wells will come into the game for the Orioles. I know everyone just wants to be the 500th subscriber, but someone's got to take it for the team and be subscriber number 499. Someone's got to take one for the team. As we get ready here, Nationals have a 3-2 lead, but we have our own lead. We have a 2-run lead here on the 500 number. So now Tyler Wells will come to the game for the Orioles. He'll face Luis Garcia Jr., another righty out of the pen. But here we go. 28 games, a 1-1 record, 11 of those being holds, and a 3.19 ERA. 26.5 K percent, so he's K'ing a fourth of the guys he's seeing. I mean, that's got to be good. So here we go. We are right there. 498. Let's go, everybody. Just subscribe. 2 people. That'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Louie coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Wells coming set here. Another lefty-righty matchup, but the Nationals prioritizing the matchups here. Coming set. Now Wells will go over to first. Back in safely is Wood on a dive. So that's a first disengagement by Wells. He hasn't even thrown a pitch yet. He does that. So we go. No outs here, and Luis Garcia Jr. tied for first in go-ahead RBIs in the league, though, so far. Here's the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. That was over a streak since May, but that's good. Those are really good numbers. 498. We are 2 away. I mean, as soon as we hit it, I'm applying for the YouTube partner thingy, but I don't care. I'm immediately applying. So coming set is Wells. Here's the 0-1 to Garcia, and Garcia with a drive. Deep right center field. This one has no chance. Get out of here. It's now a 5-2 game. Watch it fly. Luis Garcia Jr. It's 5-2. Louie gets on the board for more, and it's now a 5-2 game. That's an earned run to both Wells and Bradish. It's a home run for Luis Garcia Jr., his second of the series. He goes to right center field with that one. It's now the Nationals 5 and the Orioles 2. There you go. And we just gained another subscriber. We're now 1 away. So there you go. But 1 away, and the Nationals get a home run. Luis Garcia Jr. gets on the board with a bomb. It's now a 5-2 game. Now Curtis Mead will face Wells here. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Mead takes down, called strike one. Oof, that's in the zone, but couple of RBIs for Louis. He drives in Wood, and he drives in himself. He's got 4 RBIs on the day. So now Wells comes set. He'll throw an 0-1 here to Mead after getting that low call. Here comes the pitch to Mead. Swinging a foul off, and it'll be an 0-2 count. Luis Garcia Jr. has just been raking lately. And there you go. 500 subscribers. It's now 500.
Yeah! 500, baby!
So we just hit 500, halfway to 1,000. Here comes the 0-2 here to Mead. Here's the pitch. Mead takes down low ball one. It'll be a 1-2 count now. So Louis now driving in 2 double. We just hit 500. So halfway to 1,000, but 500 still is the big number. So I can apply now for the first part. Let's go. Here comes the 1-2 here to Mead. Here's the pitch. Mead swinging a drive down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit towards the corner. Mead's going to have extra bases here. He'll round first and jog in a second with a double. Ward, the left fielder, will fire this one in. Gorlock, the destroyer, says, I'm the 500th sub, sweetie. Let's go. Congrats, Dan. Now get that merch online. Yay, congrats. Yep. Got to get the merch online now. 500 subscribers. So I got to accept these, but oh, looks like Caminero just homered again. But now a double for Curtis Mead, but a 500 for District Nation. But now, there you go, everybody. We just hit 500. Now at second is Mead, and it'll be CJ up to the plate. Here's the pitch, and Abrams takes it in there. Called strike one. So here we go. It'll be an 0-1 count now. 500, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Let's go 501 now. Here comes the 0-1 here to Abrams. And Abrams swinging fouls this one off in the 0-2. And that voice, by the way, was District Nation Dad coming in to celebrate. Looks like this one will get out of play. Should be an 0-2 count. But District Nation Dad. I told my girlfriend to subscribe, and I'm not sure if she did yet, lol. Oh, that's okay. We just gained 11 on one stream, so I feel like those are pretty good numbers. But it'd be an 0-2 now. So I can start doing that, which I'm really excited to do, setting up AdSense and being able to do all this for the channel. So it'll be an 0-2 here. Coming set is Wells. Here comes the 0-2. Abrams takes inside. Ball one. It's a 1-2 count. Let's go, though. 500. I feel like that's pretty good. This will be a 1-2 here. Here comes the 1-2, and Abrams swinging a miss at a changeup, and he's down swinging. So to be 1 out now, and Wells has a strikeout, so he sits down Abrams for out number 1. So that's only now 3 runs earned to, though that's 3 earned runs, 4 runs given up by Bradish, only 3 of them earned, and then 1 run so far to Wells. Sorry, I'm a little preoccupied here. Just excited about the 500. So here comes the pitch. Now DC Cruz takes outside ball 1. Bobby Hawthorne in here. Congrats on 500. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. And we're now at 500. So thank you, Bobby, for coming in and saying hi, or at least thank you for congratulations. But 500. So thank you, Bobby, for coming in. Here comes the 1-0. I know he's a Royals fan, but here comes the 1-0, and Cruz takes a cutter in there, called strike 1. But we are halfway to 1,000. So to be 1-1 now here to Dylan Cruz, back up after walking back in the 4th. He's up here in the 5th. Here comes the 1-1 here to Cruz. He delivers, and that's going to be swung on. A hit out towards right center. Going back is Cowser to the track at the wall, and he makes the catch up against the wall. What a play by Cowser. Mead has to come hustling back to second. He's in there safely. What a play by Colton Cowser out there in right center field for out number 2. Spectacular glove work there. Wow. Bangs up against the wall and makes a spectacular catch. What a play. Wow. So that is out number 2. Meade has to hustle back to second and slide in. What a play. So there you go. Big there. Here's the pitch. That's high ball 1. Oh, called strike 1. Wow. That's interesting. So we'll have to take a break here in between innings. So coming set is Wells. Here comes the 0-1. And Lyle takes upstairs ball. I don't say this lightly. I was with Delay before you at 500. He told me he was amazing. He would go far. I think you have a bright future too, District. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for those kind words. To be a 1-1 here with 2 outs. Lyle at 250 on the average. We will be taking a break, though. Gonna have to celebrate privately after this. It'll be a 1-1 here. Here's the pitch to Dalen Lyle. Lyle swings and grounds this one to the second baseman. That's Holiday. Fields cleanly. Fires to first in time for out number 3, and that will end the inning. But the Nationals get a couple runs on the board with yet another Luis Garcia Jr. home run. 2 hits in the inning. One of them being a home run, 1 man left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. It's now the Nationals 5 and the Orioles 2. 1 year ago as your 5th subscriber. Such a long way on such a short time. Congratulations, District Nation. Thank you, DN Dad. And thank you for coming down and saying woohoo. We're going to take a quick break here, but be sure to vote CJ Abrams. Go do that now as I go crazy for the next 10 seconds. But be back in just a moment. Thank you so much for 500 once again. We'll be back in just a moment. So we go top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there. Call. Strike 1. It's no 1 count. So we go. Littell working into the 5th inning. Thank you so much to everyone. Maybe we can do play-by-play for Nats baseball in the future on TV, on the radio. Thank you, DC Sports. But I mean, 0-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. 66 pitches for Littell. That's a pretty decent pitch count, though. Sorry, I'm a little preoccupied from the game. Just hit 500. So we're now 499 away from 1,000, too. Think optimistic here. Should be 0-1 here. There's no way I'm already that behind. Doesn't mean 0-1 here. There's no way that's correct. I don't know why it says, oh, because I'm behind. Okay. So I got a refresh here. Looks like Kowser's getting checked here. Kowser up to the plate after having an 0-1 count. So I'm going to refresh ESPN real quickly. But I will be able to start making fun stuff for the channel, which I'm really excited for. We're at 500. Wow. And yes, DN Dad, I think, was my 5th subscriber. So I got to wait for that. I just applied for it immediately. I immediately signed up for the AdSense account so we can immediately get started. It'd be really nice if we could get this going in a few days. Because then we can start selling channel memberships. Where there's going to be a lot for channel memberships. We're going to be doing a lot with that. So The 0-1 here. I mean, the watch hours are really the thing that launched. So it looks like cows are still being checked here. But it's really cool that I'm now only a little bit away from being able to earn from ads, which is going to be really cool. Let's go, 502. Let's go. We just gained another subscriber. We're at 502 now. Will you stream college football at all, asked Chris. Yes, I will be streaming some college football. I am going to be doing PA for my football team, high school football, which is on Fridays and Saturdays. I'm going to do as many games as I can, though. Probably Navy football. I don't know who else I may do. Just night games, maybe, because my school doesn't have lights, so they can only play afternoon games. So Friday night, Saturday night may end up calling some of those, as well as doing schoolwork. Can't wait to become a member, says Chris. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for already saying you will. That's awesome. Spot and fix looks like Hauser's okay here in the 8-hole, so he's good to go. Bottom of the 5th inning, no outs. 0-1 count here to Hauser. I don't know why we had that long break, but let's hope that gets going quickly so I can actually get going. Here comes the 0-1. That's upstairs ball 1. Let's go. Another subscriber now at 503, so now we're gaining quickly. Be a 1-1. We are gaining really fast now. We're at 503. Wow. So be 1-1. Littell sets. The 1-1 to Hauser. That is just outside and high ball 2. It'll be a 2-1 count now. Just barely. Ooh, that one clipped the zone. They didn't ABS it, but that did clip the zone. But umpire thought it was a little high and outside, so maybe the umpire was wrong on that one.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
2-1. Swinging a foul back, and it'll be a 2-2 count. Good to call out your schoolwork. Yep. So be 2-2 here. 69 pitches for Littell now. Hauser facing Littell from the left side. Looks like the Orioles had a good amount of lefties facing Littell, but at the same time, it's not the craziness the Nationals have going on a good day. The 2-2. Swinging a bloop out to left field. Diving play by Lyle, but he has it on a hop. So that's a base hit here for Colton Hauser now. Lyle almost made a diving catch, but he just makes it on the hop. So a base knock there for Hauser. Let's go, 500. We are now 497 away from 1,000 with those first 3 of the 500s. But I know one person had to want to be the 500 subscriber. Some people got to take it for the team and be a little number lower. Then you can say you're near 500, though. As Hauser with a lead, Holiday takes a fastball in there, called. Strike 1 in the outside corner. It's an 0-1 count. Jackson Holiday, the second baseman, up to the plate. 198 average, only 4 home runs, 12 ribbies for him. Former first pick. Littell sets. The 0-1. And Holiday swinging a belt out towards right field, but Dylan Cruz is under it. Thought that one had more on it, but Cruz makes the catch for out number 1. Holiday is down on 2 pitches. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Taylor Ward now. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. Taylor Ward led off last night as well. 1 out here. Still getting used to these braces, though. So coming set here is Littell. He sets. He waits. Now here's the pitch to Taylor Ward. That's low ball 1. It's a 1-0 count here. 1-0 here with a 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. As a Brewers fan, I do not approve of the uniforms they wore yesterday. Looked like a high school or minor league team. I'll have to check those out, Chris. I'm 500 just playing. Here comes the pitch, and that is in there, called. Strike 1. I know for sure I'm going to start YouTube and recap games and other stuff I can do. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. You might want to change your logo, though. I don't think you can do an actual team logo. They might frown upon that. That's why mine is AI generated, but I think it's pretty cool, the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball foul. Looks like a runner was on the move there. Ruiz popped up, but it was fouled off. So it'll be a 1-2 here. So coming set is Littell. It'll be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch. Low ball 2. Try to get him to chase that one, but it'll be a 2-2 count. Be really cool here that we actually are going to get monetized. So come on, Birds. Yeah, let's go. If you're rooting for the Birds. The Nationals do have a 5-2 lead on it. Littell sets. It'll be a 2-2 here to Ward. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. Looks like Littell kind of stumbled on the mound there, at least ducked out of the way. Thought that one was hit forward, but it was hit backwards. So it'll be 2-2 here. 2-2 with 1 out. Wow, good pitch there, though. In the zone high, but yeah, he did slip off the mound a little bit. Kind of tumbled, but it'll be a 2-2 here. Maybe he'll work into the 6th. He's only at 77 pitches. Maybe Littell works us a 6th inning. He comes set. It'll be a 2-2 from Littell. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, left field, caught by the third baseman, Curtis Mead. What a nab! That was a ball down the line, and Curtis Mead nabs it for out number 2. Wow, he leaped up and made a spectacular catch for out number 2. What a play, a liner. Should have been a double down the line, but Mead makes an amazing catch down the line and makes the catch. What a play, wow. Hit down the line for a base hit, nope. Curtis Mead says no thank you. And it's out number 2. Curtis Mead hit down the line for a base hit. Nope, says Curtis Mead. So now it'll be Gunnar Henderson. Here's the pitch. And Henderson takes it in there. Called strike 1. It'll be an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here with 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. Looks like there's an ABS challenge here. And it's in the zone. So Henderson challenged a pitch he thought was low, but it was in the zone. So the Orioles are going to lose a challenge here. Wow. Bad challenge there by Gunnar. Thought that one might have been the zone as Littell checks on the runner. He comes set. It'll be an 0-1 here to Henderson. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss at a high pitch. The throw down to second is not in time, so Cowser swipes the bag. But it's an 0-2 count now, but Cowser is able to swipe second base. So 0-2 here with 2 outs. Wow, Littell goes to the high fastball, and Gunnar swung right through it, then Cowser swipes the bag. So there's 2 outs here in an 0-2 count. Cowser got a decent jump, but it wasn't like it was a perfect jump with a great secondary. He's just kind of fast. So we 0-2 here. Here comes the 0-2 to Henderson. Now Littell will step off here. He's wearing a long sleeve shirt. He must be miserable. You got to admit, he's probably miserable in that because he's wearing long sleeves, and it's actually pretty hot in Baltimore. Company sets Littell. It'll be another 0-2 here to Henderson. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive left field. That's going to be fair down the line. This will score a run. It's going to be 5-3. Lyle fields it off the wall. And Henderson, oh, is this foul? They're going to call it? Yes, it's foul. Yes. So Henderson tried to line that one down the line, and that one is foul. Just a bit foul. Yeah, it did land foul. So we'll do 0-2 again. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Umpire was talking, are we getting a challenge here? No way. It was foul. You got to look at the different angles. Are we really getting a challenge on this? So I'm assuming they'd give him a double, but they want a challenge. That looked foul. Looking at the play, it looked foul. But we'll check on what the umpires have to say here. That looked foul. I think they're going to give him a double if nothing happens here. Maybe they'll give him a single. I don't know what would happen to the runners. Maybe they both get a bag, but it looks foul. Looking closer, it falls right on the line, basically on the line. Chalk means foul. I'm pretty sure chalk means foul. So Henderson lines it, and that one was hooking, and I think it hooked foul. Yeah, that's foul. It bounced foul. That bounced foul. That definitely bounced foul. Play confirmed. Yep. The call is confirmed, so it's a foul ball. Yes. So it'd mean 0-2 here. They did confirm the call. So it'd mean 0-2 here. Littell sets. Here's the pitch to Henderson. He delivers. Swinging a ground ball. First baseman Louis has it. He'll flip it to Littell in time for out number 3 on the 3-1 put out for out number 3, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 man left on base. That's Cowser over there at second. We will head to the 6th. It is still the Nationals 5, Baltimore 2. They threatened to score that time. The Nationals shut the door. They almost had a base hit down the line, but Curtis Mead said, no, thank you. He gets himself the line that time. Chris says, yeah, that was definitely foul. Oh, yes, it was definitely foul. Definitely foul. That was foul. I don't know why he challenged it. I knew it was foul when I saw the first one, and he still wanted to look at it. And they confirmed it pretty quickly. So if you guys have not already, let's go to this screen. Go vote C.J. Abrams for All-Star. I think it starts tomorrow. So we go. It starts tomorrow. Be sure to vote them, though. Just vote them. You got to vote them tomorrow. Get ready. If you need to reload the screen tomorrow at noon over and over and over and over to get it, go do that. Remind yourself to do it. We'll head to the 6th. It'll be Young, Vivas, and Ruiz here in the top of the 6th inning. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel just a little bit. I think this logo would be fine. Oh, that's a nice logo. That's a really nice logo. That should be okay, DC. I like it. Yeah, it's a good logo. I think at one point someone tried to call me DC. I don't know why, because there's nothing with a C in the name. I think it was just because of the city I call, but I prefer the one guy who said D-Nation that one time. That's a good one. A short name, D-Nation, or DN, whatever you want to call it, district. I prefer any one of those. But I think it was Snowman who just called me DC one time, or a few times actually, has called me DC. So we go top of the 6th, everybody, but we hit 500. So we do have a win in the books anyway. We're at 500 subscribers. That's a win in any book. So here we go. Top of the 6th we go. It'll be Young, Vivas, and Ruiz in the 6th for the Nationals. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel just a little bit. Looks like we got a new pitcher out there for the Orioles. It's Albert Suarez now. Albert Suarez will take over. He's a righty as well. He'll take over here in the 6th after Wells works the full inning there. He gives up 2 hits and a run, but that's all he gives up. His run was earned. Then he struck out a guy, didn't walk anybody, but that'll bring up Suarez onto the mound here. So they keep throwing righties against him, against a lineup that's doing well against righties today. Suarez sets, he'll face JY. Here's the pitch to Young. That's low ball, 1. It'll be a 1-0 count now. James Wood should be in the All-Star game. Yeah, what's up, Curly W Express? He probably will be in the All-Star game. He's just not going to be a starter. That is the one thing. He's just not going to start, which I really don't like. I think Wood should be a starter. But he did so far not had a good second half. Here's the pitch, and Young swing and a miss at a cutter, and that evens up the count. It's going to be 1-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Yeah, James Wood will be in the game. He just won't start, which is pretty sad. His coming set is Suarez. Here's the pitch to Young. Swinging a ground ball down the first base line, but Basallo takes it himself for out number 1 to the bag. So that's out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. A quick first out for Suarez. 3 pitches, and he gets an out. So that's out number 1. That'll bring up Jorbit Vivas now. Vivas will come to the plate. 1 out here, and Jorbit Vivas takes over in the hitting slot with a 1 out. Coming set, here's the pitch to Vivas. Vivas swinging a miss at a very slow curveball that time. It'll be an 0-1 count. This will be 0-1 here with a 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Nationals have a 3-run lead. You got to hold on to it, though. As Curly W would say, Curly W Express, don't play with your food here. Coming set is Suarez. Here's the 0-1 to Vivas. Vivas swings and grounds this one. Second baseman ranges over. Holiday with a nice sliding play. Fires to first in time for out number 2. Wow, nice play there by Holiday. Ranges over, slides, grabs the ball, flips it up to first in time. Nice play by Jackson Holiday over there at second base for out number 2. You got to admit, he made a nice play. No, I wonder if they will leave Littell out there for a 6th inning. He'd be going through the lineup a 3rd time. He'll have Rutschman, Alonso, and Basallo, heart of this order. I think if they go to a bullpen arm, though, it's got to be a righty. So I'm thinking they might end up going to Rebalta. But he pitched yesterday. Here's the pitch. Ruiz takes a fastball up high, ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count now. So 1-0 here with 2 outs. Suarez looks for his sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz takes his fastball upside. Can't play with your food, Nationals. Yep. Got to hold on to the lead. However long it may be, you got to hold on to the lead. 2-0 here with 2 outs. Remember, everybody, be sure to tune in later tonight for Sunday Night Baseball. I'll get the stream time in a second as Suarez comes set. Here comes the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz swinging a belt out towards right field. Going back is Kowser at the track, at the wall. That one's going to be in the gap. Ruiz rounding first. He's going to chug for second. The throw is in time. And he's out trying for second. Ugh. Not what they needed there. Keibert Ruiz plugged the gap, but he can't get to second on the play. So Ruiz has a single out of it, but he can't get to second. He's gunned out. Ruiz didn't even make it to the bag. Holiday cut him off going to the bag. Thought that one was a little farther, too. Cowser in the gap makes the play, fired it to second, and Ruiz was out trying for two. Didn't have home run distance, and Ruiz didn't have double speed. He should have settled for a single, but that's out number 3 in that one inning. One hit in the inning, no runners left on base. Looks like we getting a challenge here? What could they possibly challenge? Maybe obstruction? Oh, they're just doing a report. One hit, no runners left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It is still the Nationals 5, Orioles 2. You come back at 7 p.m. tonight for Sunday Night Baseball. That is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and JJ will be talking it up, talking some baseball on the live stream. And then we'll call the game as well. Oh, no, you can't try to be greedy there. Yeah, Ruiz probably shouldn't have tried for second on that. He probably shouldn't have run for second. But that's a double now, or just a single there for Ruiz. He can't get the double out of it. But thanks to everyone watching. We got plenty of people in the chat, and we're up to 503 subscribers. We'll have to check the like count a little bit. But still, being over 500 is kind of just surreal. I mean, like District Nation Dad said earlier, we were at 5 just a year ago. We were at 5 subscribers just a year ago. Now we're at 500. We've gained 495 roughly since then. Nationals are a really good team, but the pitching scares me. They need to be more consistent. Not even consistent. They need to pitch the ball. They don't even need to be consistent. They just don't pitch. They don't know how to do it. Mr. C's here. The ball didn't have home run distance, and Ruiz doesn't have double speed. Yep. It kind of just came to me. He did not have home run distance, and Ruiz does not have double speed. So probably should have settled for the single as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Rutschman, Alonso, and Basallo. Let's see if they go to Littell for the 6th inning. Let's see if they settle with him for the 6th. That'd be an interesting move. Honestly, that'd be a very interesting move. See if you stick with him for 6 innings. That's 2 quality starts in a row. I bet if he has a good inning here, that's 2 quality starts in a row. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, no pitchy Parker's into the game. Mitchell Parker will take over here for the Nationals. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Mitchell Parker taking over. I don't know why we needed that. He was rolling. Littell 5 innings. But now it's Parker here in the 6th. No pitchy Parker will take over here in the 6th inning. He comes set. He's face a lefty to face these guys. What? That's my confusion. Now the pitch to Rutschman is inside and high ball wanted to be a 1-0 count. That's my confusion. We have 3 righties hitting this inning. Or Basallo, I think, is a lefty, but still. Their 2 best hitters are a switch and a righty. By that point, put in a righty. But they want some distance out of Parker here, probably. Who's been throwing his slider half the time lately. The 1-0. That's going to be in there, called strike 1. That'll even up the count. Whenever I get excited about Parker, he does bad. Whenever I'm not excited, he ends up doing average. So, I'm going to say what I usually say. Come on, Parker, don't blow it. Only 3 runs to work with here. Here comes the 1-1 to Rutschman, and that's low ball 2 with a slider, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Only 2 walks issued by Littell, so only 2 free passes total and 3 strikeouts to go with it. So good. First time through the order, he didn't strike out anybody. Second time, he strikes out 3. He only faced 2 through the 3rd time. Coming set is Parker. The 2-1 to Adley. That is in there. Called. Strike 2 with a fastball. So it will be a 2-2 count now. Well, the 6th has not been great for us. Yep. OMG, I was just going to say that as a joke. Yep. Coming set is Parker. Here comes the 2-2 here to Rutschman. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to right, but under it is Dylan Cruz, and Cruz makes the catch for out number 1. Wow, Cruz actually did something well. Okay. So, there's a run, or excuse me, an out for Parker. He did something he normally doesn't do. He got an out. So that's out number 1. That'll now bring up Samuel Basallo here. That's Pete Alonso now. Excuse me, I got Alonso and Basallo mixed up. That'll bring up Pete here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. Pete from the right side. Parker comes set. Here comes the pitch to Big Pete Alonso. He delivers. Alonso swings and fouls this one off, and it'll be an 0-1 count now. So 0-1 here with a 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. 253 average for Alonso, 19 home runs, 58 runs batted in with an 8.25 OPS. Parker steps onto the rubber. He comes set. It'll be an 0-1 here to Alonso. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball, and it's an 0-2 count now. 0-2 here with 1 out. Alonso faces Parker. I mean, I understand the lefty move now. I kind of understand it. There's a good amount of good lefties in this order. They may just want him to be in for a lot of the game. Swinging a ground ball. Abrams ranges over. He makes a nice play. Throws to first. In time for out number 2. What a play by C.J. Abrams in the hole. That ball had base hit written all over it. Abrams ranges to the hole. Fires it to first in time for out number 2. Alonso probably was hustling, though. That was hit in the hole. Meade couldn't get it. Abrams makes the play on the run. Fired it to first to Garcia for out number 2. So 2 outs for Parker now. Let's go. We're now at 504 subscribers. Just getting another. Parker sets. Here's the pitch to Samuel Basallo from the left side. And he swings through a splitter. It's an 0-1 count. Yep, nice. Good play by Abrams to make it out number 2. So 0-1 here with 2 outs. Parker steps off the rubber now. Now a step back on, facing Basallo here. So it is a lefty-lefty matchup here. Parker sets. He waits. Now the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball, first base line. Garcia fields it himself. Takes it to the bag in time for out number 3. And that will end the inning. 3 unassisted to the end of the inning. 3 ground outs so far for Basallo on the game. All to the right side of the field. 1 to second, and then 2 to first, and that will end the inning. We will head to the 7th. Still the Nationals 5, Orioles 2 right here on District Nation. That's why Abrams is an all-star. Plays like that. Oh, yeah, that's one reason he's an all-star. The other reason, I'm not arguing, is that second in average, first in home runs, first in RBIs, first in OPS. That is an all-star right there. And the guy who's second in average is Otto Lopez. Lopez is not the other finalist. It is Mookie Betts who's the other finalist, and Betts is nowhere near half of these. Abrams should be the all-star starter this year. There's no other argument for it. I don't think we've had a Dodgers fan in here yet. We don't have somebody who's going to say Betts. The other argument is Betts is more popular, but Abrams is becoming more popular. Abrams is becoming a more popular player. People know him. He's flashy. If you want to see home runs, this guy's going to give you home runs. This guy's going to give you flashy RBIs. He's going to give you flashy plays. Vote C.J. Abrams for whatever reason you like baseball. If you like the numbers, second in the league in average, first in home runs. OPS, which is probably one of the more important offensive stats, he's first in it among shortstops. He is the best offensive shortstop. We just showed he has a glove to him with the play he just made. So we'll head to the top of the 7th inning. Orioles are still trailing 5-2. Nationals holding on to this good lead. Funny, both the first 4 runs of this game are Wood and Garcia Jr., and both of them have been back-to-back. Then Ruiz to the 5th run out in the 9 hole. Just that one loner at the bottom. But, I mean, Louis been red hot lately. Has 6 hits over his last 2 games. That's a hot streak. Turning into the new Nunez. All-Star Game is a popularity contest most of the time. Yeah, it is a popularity contest. That is why I'm popular. I'm making him popular. That is my goal, is to make this guy more popular. He is becoming more popular than times. Now to be James Wood here. Coming set is Suarez, and Wood takes a curveball in there. Called strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. C.J. Abrams is so swaggy. Oh, yeah. He is very swaggy. He's got a lot of swag to him. He's a good player. So to be an 0-1 count here to James Wood, who looks like he's coming up on the most runs before July record, and that's inside ball 1. He's 4th in the record with 73, and I think the record's only 76, so he's coming up on the record if he scores a few more runs, if he stops getting out so much. But he has 2 runs in this game. He's provided 2 of 5 runs, even if he doesn't have a knock. Here's the 1-1 to James Wood. Wood swings and fouls this one off on a changeup, and it'll be a 1-2 count. I'd say Wood is slumping, but he's only 0 for 1 with a couple runs in this game. So he's providing some sort of offense. I need Abrams to start helping me out on offense today. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I have him in fantasy too. I'm going to keep him. I got him in later rounds. He was a good pickup. And another good pickup that's still underrated, Foster Griffin. If you don't have Foster yet in your league, what are you doing? Go pick up Foster Griffin if he's available. Here comes the 1-2. Wood takes a fastball outside, ball 2. A record for the Nats. James Wood holds it's overall. It's overall since 1901. Albert Pujols has the record at 76, I believe it said. It's for just in general James Wood. Cool stat to lead in. Here's the 2-2. That's up high, ball 3. I remember there are some networks who put some weird stats on the board. I think they did most home runs for players with R-U-T beginning their last name. And Babe Ruth was the leader. And Rutschman's coming up on him. So it'll be a 3-2 here. Here's the pitch to Wood. Wood takes called strike 3. Wow, that one called strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Suarez here. 4 batters faced. He's retired 3 of them so far, but he got Ruiz out trying to head to second. At least his outfield got that. That's out number 1, and James Wood is down looking. Now bring up Luis Garcia Jr. Louis 2 for 3 on the day with a home run and a double. Here's the pitch. Louis going to swing at a high pitch and just foul this one off, and this one will get out of play. That one was not in his wheelhouse, but he still gets a bat on it, surprisingly. Louis of late has been our best hitter, though. Luis Garcia Jr. is our best hitter. Looks like I have some shout-outs to give here in a moment when this pitch is over. Shout-out to here comes set is Suarez. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Called. Strike 2 on a changeup. Garcia adjusts his helmet. Looks like he didn't want an ABS, though. He adjusted his helmet. Okay. Aunt Catherine, Uncle Andy, and Kim. All 3 are listening right now. Thank you so much to you 3, Miss Kim, Aunt Catherine, and Uncle Andy. Here comes the 0-2. Garcia takes high and outside. They hopped on immediately and immediately subscribed. So thank you so much to Aunt Catherine, Uncle Andy, and Miss Kim. They subscribed and jumped on immediately. Thank you so much for listening in. As it'll be a 1-2 here. Garcia comes to the plate. Suarez comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Louis. Here's the pitch. Louis swings and fouls this one off. I mean, hottest hitter. No door you're going to have him in the 2-hole. I mean, Louis just been our best hitter. Home runs today. Yesterday he had one out to right. Today he has one out to right center. I mean, he's just killing the ball right now, especially in Baltimore. Might as well be the best hitter while he can. So to be a 2-strike count once again. 1-2 here to Luis Garcia Jr., the pitch. Swinging a foul off, and we'll do 1-2 again. So this one gets out of play, so we'll do 1-2 again here in the top of the 7th inning. One out here. Just a reminder, we'll be back Sunday Night Baseball tonight, Sunday night with JJ, which I'm really excited for. With play-by-play with JJ, we're going to be calling a game, but you can still hang out in the chat. We're doing a radio-style broadcast, same thing as we usually do. Let's go. Another subscriber now at 505. Now we're 5 away from 510. Let's go. There comes the 1-2 here to Louis, the pitch. Louis takes a curveball in the dirt, ball 2, so to be a 2-2 count. 2-2 here with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. You know, we're at 500 now, so in a little while we're going to be able to make channel memberships and all that. And I'm thinking of calling it Districts Nation, something like that, or the Elite Nation, something like that. You'll get perks. I think we're going to have a lot. We're probably going to do series previews special for you, as here comes the 2-2 to Louis. So you're going to fly ball. This one's hit well to right, and this one's out of here. Luis Garcia Jr. has done it again. Or they're saying it's not out of here. Louis in a second now. Time out here. But Cade Cavalli is waving his finger. He wants a home run here. Louis is stopped at second. He hustled. That one looked like it hit the top of the fence here. Bat Boy will come get it, but we're going to get a challenge here. Nats are 42 and 42. I believe it would be 43 and 42. Wow, that one hit the top of the fence. That's out of here. It hit over the fence. It hit the top part of the fence that's considered out of play. So I believe they're calling this out of the park. But Louis with another big hit. Let's see what they call it. So Louis thinks it's a home run. That hit the very top of the wall. Louis was jogging at first. They get the crew chief review here. So Butera doesn't need a challenge to do it. They're looking at it. I think this is a home run. I think it hit the top of the field. Let's check. There you go. It is gone. Watch it fly, Luis Garcia Jr. We have ourselves a home run. Luis Garcia Jr. Another home run in Baltimore. That's his 3rd of the series. And Luis Garcia Jr. is killing the ball right now. Back-to-back at-bats with home runs. Luis Garcia Jr. Make him an all-star. This performance is amazing. 5 RBIs. 2 home runs. He's doing amazing. 3 home runs over his last 2. Here's the pitch to Mead, and Mead takes a cutter upstairs. They're going to call that called strike one, though. Wow. N-A-T-S. Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo! Here comes the 0-1 to Curtis Mead. Mead swings and grounds this one. Shortstop Henderson is there. He fires to first in time for out number 2. Luis Garcia Jr. is raking right now. There is no other word for it. He is killing the ball. 3 home runs in his last 2 games. 2 right here. Back-to-back at-bats. Home runs. Continue to watch it fly. Luis Garcia Jr. He'll be known as Mr. 500 from now on, because when we hit 500 subscribers, he wants to hit over 500 at the plate. Luis Garcia Jr. Here's the pitch to Abrams, and he takes a changeup outside, ball 1. Kiss that ball goodbye, adios amigos. Yeah, with the fireworks, let's go. And the home run horn. Nationals 6, Orioles 2. Here comes the 1-0. Abrams swings and hits this one out to center, going back center fielder Cowser, but he has a play, and will make the catch for out number 3. That'll end it, but the Nationals get another one here in the top of the 7th. It is now the Nationals 6 and the Orioles 2. 1 run on 1 hit. It's a Louis bomb. Here we go. Time to stretch, everybody. Stand up, stretch it out, and sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We'll be back in just a moment. Yep, Mr. 500. Good nickname for Louis. Yep, Mr. 500 for Luis Garcia Jr. Should we go? Sing the 7th inning stretch with us. We'll be back in just a moment. But for now, sing the 7th inning stretch and be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll be back in just a moment. Here you go, back with the bottom of the 7th, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us during the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th we go. Louis with another home run, 3rd of the series. He is raking. First baseman, too. Mr. 500 is killing the ball. Looks like DC sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And he said root for the Nationals. You got to say Nationals. Or if you're an O's fan, that's fine, too. Thanks just for tuning in. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. No pitchies back out here for a 2nd inning of work. Mitchell Parker back out here for another inning of work. He'll face Dylan Beavers here to start the inning. We're still warming up here. Looks like we got 14 likes on the stream. Let's go, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to tune in again tonight for Sunday Night Baseball. So we go. Bottom of the 7th. Basallo was retired last, so to be Beavers here in the bottom of the 7th. Basallo keeps grounding out, but Louis, just do your thing, Louis. Keep doing whatever you're doing, Louis. Let's go. We got plenty of people in the chat. Let's go. Like it up. Let's go. We're at 16 likes, and now we're at 505 subscribers. Here we go. Bottom 7. Dylan Beavers will lead it off here against no pitchy Parker here in the bottom of the 7th. Try to hold this 4-run lead. Just hold on to it, boys. Just a couple more innings or 3 innings to go. And Parker probably will get 2 innings out of work. He comes set here. He'll face Beavers to start the bottom of the 7th. Beavers takes a curveball inside and low ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count. You know, we say this is a good game so far, but we haven't seen the end of it, though. We are here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 4-run game. So I have literally no idea of what could happen. It'll be a 1-0 here. Coming set is Parker. Here comes the 1-0. That is in there. Called. Strike 1 with a fastball. Maybe for 500, they'll give us a win for today at least. I mean, those Phillies games, they just gave me an insight of what could happen realistic here. Every game, what could happen? This would be a 1-1. Parker working. He now comes set. Here comes the 1-1. Called. Strike 2 on the outside corner, and it's a 1-2 count now. So 1-2 here. Bottom of the 7th, Dylan Beavers hitting 240 on the season. Couple home runs. I mean, decent. OPS just under 700 at 699. So be a 1-2 here. Parker looks in for his sign, or he has the sign in his ear with that pitch comm device. It'll be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, ball 2 with a slider, and it'll be a 2-2 count now. So 2-2 here from Parker. Now new ball put into play by Ruiz. Umpire gives out a new ball. But thank you so much to everyone of our 505 subscribers now. You're part of the District Nation community. So I won 495 away from 1,000. It'll be a 2-2 here as Parker comes set. Here comes the 2-2 to Beavers. Swing and a miss at a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 1 for Mitchell Parker. He sets down Dylan Beavers. So Mitchie P going right to work. No pitchy. Wants to pitchy today. I mean, a good outing today. Would be nice for Parker. If Parker and Littell can string something good together, then you only use 2 or 3 arms today. Everyone's ready for the Fenway Series. I mean, that's a small park, too, so a lot of balls are going to fly this upcoming week. Here's the pitch. That's inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Balls are going to fly this week in Fenway. We should be on the mic for all 3 of those, I think. I'm really excited to do that. Do some Fenway baseball. I love calling baseball on this channel, so I think baseball is my favorite sport to call. Basketball and football, they're close, but baseball is just in its own world. This coming set's Parker. Here comes the pitch. That's in there, called. Strike 1. I've never even been to many football games. I've been to a good amount of basketball games. I've been to a ton of baseball games at all different levels. Youth level baseball, Babe Ruth level baseball, high school baseball. I've been to college baseball games, which are a whole lot of fun. You should get out to one of those, and maybe we'll call some of them. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's a 1-2 count. But I'm dedicated to Nationals baseball. That is the team. It's going to be a 1-2 here with 1 out. As they said in Field of Dreams, the one constant in life has always been baseball. Or in America, has been baseball. As the world has been built and rebuilt, baseball stands the test of time. This will be a 1-2 here. Parker looks for his sign. He comes set. I like how he works out of the set position of all times here when he's on the mound, out of the pen. The 1-2, swing and a miss at a curveball low and inside. 2 strikeouts in a row from Mitchell Parker, and that's 2 outs now for no pitchy here in the bottom of the 7th. He's working well now. So now Nationals only need 7 more outs after Parker gets 2. Only 7 more to go. Swing and a miss. Wow. Mayo chased after that one. That's out number 2, and that'll bring up Colton Cowser now, as maybe the Orioles fans will start mooing again. They were mooing yesterday when Cowser came up to the plate. Top 5 things I was most confused by. Here's the pitch. That's low and out, ball 1. Come on, Nationals. Eat them veggies. Yep. Come on. Don't play with your food. Just get it done. 1-0 here, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cowser's 1 for 2 on the day as Parker comes set. It'll be a 1-0 here. Parker now at 20 pitches as well. Here's the pitch. That's high and out, ball 2 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-0 count now. 2-0 here with 2 outs. This team trying to go to work. Nationals bullpen is like watching a high school team try to hold a lead from the Nationals. Let's just say that as Parker comes set. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a foul off and it'll be a 2-1 count. Maybe Parker wants to pitch like an MLB pitcher today, though. Maybe he does. It'll be a 2-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cowser on the day has a flyout and a single and a stolen base on the day. Now Parker comes set. He waits. Now he brings his hands up a little bit. The 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 94 upstairs, and it'll be a 2-2 count. Wow. Parker's going to work right now. Parker looks like the Parker from 2 years ago, 2024 Mitchell Parker. That was a decent version of Mitchell Parker. I mean, there were shades of Mitchell Parker where I thought this dude had a future in this program. But, I mean, maybe he doesn't now, but he's looking good here. So it'll be a 2-2 here. Parker sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit in front of Jacob Young. So it's a base knock now for Cowser here. Ugh. So now it gets started here. So you get it going here. Base hit for Cowser, but that'll bring up Jackson Holiday now, who's 0 for 2. So Cowser just kind of has a base hit. That's his second hit of the day. So that'll now bring up Jackson Holiday here. Parker sets. Here comes the pitch to Holiday. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Swinging a fly ball, hit out to right. Going back is the right fielder, Cruz. At the wall, that one's gone. It's now a 6-4 game. Parker does end up playing like no pitchy Parker. That's home run number 5 for Jackson Holiday. It's now the Nationals 6, the Orioles 4. Holiday leaves the yard. It's now a 6-4 game. So Holiday has himself a bomb here in the bottom of the 7th inning. After the 7th inning stretch, this Orioles offense seemed to stretch a little bit. Parker gives up a 2-run home run. He gives up a single and then a bomb. It's now the Nationals 6, the Orioles 4. Cruz had no chance of getting that one. That one leaves the yard, so it's only a 2-run lead for Parker to protect now. Now it'd be a save situation. The bullpen being picky with their food. Yep, they are. Let's go, Nats. Let's go. Here's the pitch. That's high ball 1 to Taylor Ward, the leadoff hitter. Yep, Parker no pitch. He shows up. Oh, boy, Holiday makes his pay right there. Here we go again. Yep, let's hope Parker doesn't repeat. Thinking about recent Parker, though, think about a guy like in 2024, 7-10 with a 4.29. Wasn't absolutely terrible. I mean, 29 games. Had his debut against the Dodgers and did great against that game in the Astros where he went 8 shutty, I think. I missed that Parker. Or 7 shutout innings. But still, this is the Parker we have now. So now we'll get Garcia, Ruiz, and Parker to talk this one over. Just 2 guys, not the full infield. Just Luis Garcia Jr. and Keibert Ruiz will visit Parker now with 2 outs. Now you got to look to the pen. Who are we going to bring out for the 8th inning? The last game I have in this scorebook, though, is back from a few days ago from the Phillies Nats. So now Richard's warming up. That's the lover boy is warming up. Richard Lovelady. So 2 outs, no. The lover boy warming up. Parker sets. The 1-0 here to Ward. That's high ball 2 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-0 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-4 game. Nationals can't. Once again, you can't be picky with your food. Just got to eat it. Eat your food. We had 7 outs left, and somehow we still gave up 2 runs. Parker sets. Here comes the 2-0. That's high ball 3 with a fastball, so it'll be a 3-0 count. I mean, Lovelady for the 8th, maybe Lawrence for the 9th, maybe? Why don't you just do that? Go Lawrence for the 9th inning again. If he did well in the 8th, why don't he do well in the 9th here? Just try it again. So it'll be a 3-0 here to Ward. Got to get something in the zone here, Parker. He sets. Here's the pitch to Ward. That's high ball 4. So Taylor Ward takes a walk now. Parker can't get it. Parker's got to finish this inning, though. That's the most important thing. He's got to finish the inning at least. So Ward stands at first after a 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Gunnar Henderson now, who's 0 for 3. So Butera here is signaling something here. Is Butera going to go out? Oh, it looks like the trainer's now talking to a couple people. I think Butera's getting ready to go out. Butera and it looks like his trainer will come out here to talk to Parker. I think this might be an injury alert. So this won't be a mound visit. This will be an injury timeout, but this is not good. So the infield coming in here. Parker looks to be struggling here. Maybe that's why all the pitches were off. So trainer here will come out and talk to Parker. I don't know what's going on here. Is it blood or he's holding his glove to his mouth? That's the one thing. So we'll see a replay here. So where is it? I think it's in his side. I don't know where it is, but I think Parker's going to come out of the game here. 6 2/3 innings is all Littell and Parker can finish, and only 1 2/3 worked by Parker. So that'll end his outing. He ends up giving up 3 hits. He gives up 2 runs, both of them earned. Or excuse me, only 2 hits. 2 hits, 2 runs. He had a 1-2-3 in the 6th. And then the 7th, he started to struggle a little bit. Richard Lovelady will come out of the pen for the Nationals. Another lefty out of the pen. Both his runs are earned. 2 strikeouts and a walk for the man. So we will head to Still the bottom of the 7th, and Richard Lovelady will come out of the pen for the Nationals. Injury has Parker leave the game. So we go. Lovelady will take over for the Nationals here in the 7th. I think we need to get more than a third of an inning out of him. We need to work him into the 8th. That's the one thing. This dude cannot come in here, get one out, and then come out of the game. But then if he does come back in, he'll have Rutschman, Alonso, and Basallo. You want to have a good group of guys. Have to face them. Do you want a lefty or a righty? Face that group of 3. Do you want a righty or lefty? Well, this happened yesterday in the bottom of the 9th. Yep, but hope it doesn't happen again. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. That's all I can really say. I was there, and we still got the win. That's the thing. It still goes down as a win. So injury delay is the reason Parker's going to end up leaving the game. That's pretty sad, though. But we head to the bottom of the 7th. Check out here. We're waiting here. Let's check on some other scores around the league while we can. Maybe they can put Parker on the 15-year IL. Yes! Please! Put him on the 15-year IL. Please. 15-year IL. He's really injured. Give him some... You know what, Parker? You're already injured. It's okay. Just go retire. End your career. You had a good career, buddy. Just go retire. Let's check out some other scores around the league. We can check on those. Looks like the Pirates now have a 5-4 lead over the Reds. Rangers beating the Blue Jays 2-0. Tigers beating the Astros 3-2. Mariners beating the Guardians 4-1. Rays have a 5-1 lead over the Diamondbacks. Phillies beating the Mets 5-4. So the Mets are trying to make a comeback. Senga came out of the pen 2 2/3. 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and a walk, it looks like. Rockies and Twins all knotted up at 2. Royals have a 5-4 lead on the White Sox. Cubs and Brewers all knotted at 1. Cardinals beating the Marlins 2-1. Angels beating the Athletics 4-0. Braves, Giants about to get underway. Same with the Dodgers and the Padres. No finals just yet. Those are all the teams playing right now. And it's 7:20, of course. Come back here. Sunday Night Baseball right here on District Nation. Be sure to come in for some Sunday Night Baseball. So we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Only one out is to be gotten by Richard Lovelady here with a runner at first. He'll face Gunnar Henderson to do it. Let's see what noise Richard Lovelady can make right here. Lovelady here. 32 games, a 2-4 record, but 8 holds. He's still getting his warm-up throws in here. 3.90 ERA. A K percent of 18.6. 14.5 K percent on 1.83 whip. I mean, good numbers. We got to say that. Good numbers. Still getting his warm-up throws in here. We'll dig a little deeper on him. Sweeper, sinker, four-seamer, and a slider is what he's going to bring you. Let's look a little bit deeper. I mean, 30 innings worked this season, 27 strikeouts. 3.90 ERA, as I said. Let's look a little bit deeper. Career, he has a 5.04 ERA, so this season has been better. We'll just say that. He's been pitching for a while. I mean, been in the league since 2019. 2022 is the only year where he didn't touch the big leagues, but he's here with the Nationals and the Mets. A stint with the Mets where he had 6 games and a 3.68. Now he has a stint with the Nats, 26 games, a 3.97. Here's the pitch. That's low ball under the sweeper at 83, and it's a 1-0 count. 1-0 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Come on, Richard Lovelady. Let's go, Loverboy. The Loverboy will take over here in the bottom of the 7th. Lovelady looks for his sign. He comes set. The 1-0. In there, called. Strike 1 with a 91-mile-an-hour sinker. That evens up the count at 1-1. Bottom of the 7th. They already got their singing of Thank God I'm a Country Boy here in Camden. That's their bottom of the 7th song. That's their 7th inning stretch. They sing Take Me Out and then that. Here's the 1-1. Sword swing on a sinker. Low, and Gunnar sword swings at that one. So Lovelady's probably going to get a little anger out right here. It'll be a 1-2. Be nice to get yelling Lovelady into the game. Lovelady gets ready to come set. Now he's ready to go. He looks for his sign. PitchCom gives him what he wants. It'll be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch to Gunnar Henderson. He delivers. Swinging a ground ball foul, and we'll do 1-2 again. You know, Lovelady, you'd think after every strikeout he yells. No, he just does that in general. He yells on every pitch. But when he does get a strikeout, he goes crazy or gets any sort of out. It'll be a 1-2 here. 4 pitches so far by Lovelady. Had that foul off by Gunnar. It'll be a 1-2 here. Lovelady comes set. He waits. Now here comes the 1-2. Outside ball 2 with a fastball at 91 miles an hour. That one way outside ball 2. So that evens up the count at 2-2. I bet you go to the sweeper right here. Sweep him away. Sweep him off his feet. The Nationals DFA'd this guy. The Mets picked him up. And then the Mets DFA him. And guess who picks him up? The Nats. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, center field, ranging over is Young. Young calling off Lyle. Young makes the catch out there in left center gap for out number 3. Lovelady gets the out he needs. Hopefully that's not his only batter. So there's 3 outs in the inning, but Jackson Holiday does send a 2-run tank out of here, and we'll head to the 8th. It's now the Nationals 6 and the Orioles at 4, so only a 2-run lead now. See if the Nats can hold this one. We will head to the 8th. 2 runs on the board for the Orioles on 2 hits. No errors. 1 man left on base after that walk. What to the 8th? It's going to be Cruz, Lyle, and Young for the Nationals in a 6-4 game. So we go top of the 8th. Just remember, tomorrow voting starts. You got to vote C.J. Abrams. And come here. If you want an audition of some sort, come to our stream this week. We'll be calling Red Sox Nationals. Come to our stream, and I'll tell you why you should vote C.J. And you'll see it as he plays in Fenway, a small park, too, where you can probably farm some home runs, too, which would be really, really nice if you could just hit some home runs. Top of the 8th we go. DC3 will lead it off. Then it's going to be Dalen and JY with the big fly. Those are our 3 hitters for the top of the 8th. We'll see. Maybe you'll get Lovelady for the 8th. I believe they'll have him face Rutschman, Alonso, and Basallo. And then the 9th, I'll bet they go to Lawrence again. Why not? Try him in this spot again. He got a save last night. Why not try him again? I don't see a reason why you don't try him again. Give him a chance. This dude is a guy who had a bad ERA with the Rockies, I believe. It was someone random. I remember that. He did not have a good ERA with him. And here he is in DC actually trying to get something done. Let's go, DC. Yes. Let's go. DC's got to come together and vote him. Should we go? Top of the 8th inning. I mean, Lawrence, just a crazy kind of path to the Nationals. I always watch him. I saw him give a lot, but I mean, he has a 7.76 ERA, the most patriotic ERA you can have. 7.76. The most patriotic man on our roster, the best player on our team, the most patriotic on the team. All right, what to the top of the 8th. Ironic. I'll tell you about this. Most patriotic. There's a Captain America bobblehead coming up for the Nationals. It's real patriotic here. Looks like people are using the Hawaiian towels as rain protectors here. So the pitch to Cruz is lined. Diving play by Holiday, not made. That's a base hit into right center. So like some rain is coming down now in Baltimore. But Dylan Cruz is going to say that doesn't affect me at all as Suarez back out there for a 3rd inning after giving up the home run to Louis. They're just going to leave him out there. Let him cruise for a little while. But Dylan Cruz is going to cruise off of the cruising pitcher. Cruz starts to cruise on the pitcher that's on a cruise. So a base hit for Dylan Cruz. That'll bring up Dalen Lyle now. But looks like the rain's coming down. The Hawaiian towels they gave out are being used as rain coverage now, and that's fouled off by Lyle. It's no 1 count. They've already played the minimum, though. So if they want to finish after the 8th, they can, but I think they're going to want to get the 9th inning in. If they go into a long enough delay, they'll end up just saying, oh, we can't play anymore. Lawrence was one of the Twins before coming over to the Nats. Here comes the 0-1 here from Suarez to Lyle. Lyle's going to take a changeup low ball 1. It'll be a 1-1 count now. I can check Twitter here. Check Mark Zuckerman's feed. Tell us if there's any rain coming that's really bad. So it looks like nothing too bad where people are talking about it. It is raining. Always saying it is raining. That's all we really have on updates on weather. Here's the 1-1 to Lyle, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left, going back to left fielder Ward onto the track. He makes the catch for out number 1. So Lyle is down for out number 1. Lyle's struggles continue. He's 0 for 4 on the day. So I'll now bring up Jacob Young here. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but the rain isn't coming down too hard. Some fans have some umbrellas out, others using their Hawaiian towels for coverage. But you should use District Nation for your baseball coverage. So we go 1 out now. It'll be JY for a big fly here. 2-run lead for the Nats. They could use an extra run, maybe some insurance here. Suarez sets. The pitch to JY. He shows bunt. He gets it down, but oof, it's off of him. Oof. He bunts it off of himself in the box, so it's an 0-1 count now. Ugh, that one must have hurt just right off of him. But now they're going to be in bunt defense now, knowing that JY might lay one down. But oof, that one must have hurt after that bunt. But it's an 0-1 count now. 0-1 here with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Young steps up to the plate. I wonder if he's going to show it again. They're probably in bunt formation here. Try to eliminate the bunt single opportunity. Here's a pitch to Suarez, and Young fouls this one off on a cutter. He took a big hack at that one. Right fielder ranging over now, but this will get out of play, so it'll be no 2 count. Let's hope the rain holds off in Boston as well. Get a Sunday night game in. I do not want it to rain in Boston. It's not good. You can't play baseball through rain. Looks like it's sunny over there for the rest of the night. No threat of rain in Boston, so they're looking good. Coming set is Suarez. I mean, 0-2 here to JY. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. Young goes down swinging. That's out number 2 in the inning. Suarez has yet another strikeout. That's strikeout number 2. So 2 outs now. Let's go, Young. Yeah, goes down swinging. Not great, but now there's 2 outs. That'll bring up Jorbit Vivas. Here he's 0-2 on the day. Looks like there is no rain coming in the area. Do they have some rain earlier today? 30% chance, but it stops before game time. Nothing bad. Here's the pitch to Vivas. He takes a fastball called strike 1. That one looked a little up and out of the zone. Vivas won't challenge, though. The Nats are down to their last challenge. They have 1 left each. Both teams has 1 left. 1 here with 2 outs. Suarez comes set. Here's the pitch. Vivas takes a fastball upstairs. Ball 1. Lovelady. There's an 80s band called Loverboy whose enduring song is working for the weekend with the opening line, everybody's watching to see what you will do. Nickname somewhere here. Yeah, I know that song, Mr. C. Yes, people are getting in on it. Vivas! Here's the 1-1. That's upstairs, ball 2. You got to say it you got to say it like you're an actor. Like a 17th century actor would say Jorbit Vivas. You got to use the hand motions, the emotion into it with Jorbit Vivas. But not the first name. The first name doesn't have as much. The 2-1. Vivas takes a change up down low, ball 3, and it'll be a 3-1 count. Good song. Oh, yeah. Everybody's working for the weekend. That was in, I believe, Pixels, at least one movie that it was in. It's probably in more, though. But it was in Pixels, I believe. Coming set is Suarez. The 3-1 to Vivas. Vivas swings and grounds this one. First baseman Basalo, it goes off his glove. Getting it to first. Diving play to the bag. In time for out number 3. What a play. Wow. Basalo diving to the bag for out number 3. Basalo had to range over to grab it, and then he dives onto the bag for out number 3 as Vivas almost beat him to it. Didn't want to flip it up to the pitcher, Suarez. That's out number 3, and that will end the top of the 8th. No runs in the inning, but the Nationals do get a hit. 1 hit in the inning. And 1 man left on base. I'm going to step away from camera just a second. We'll be back in just like 2 seconds. Just give me a moment here. Excuse me, there. Just had to step off camera. Red Sox versus Yankees should be fine as long as it's not in New York because it's been raining in New York. It loves to rain before games. Oh, yeah. It is in Boston, and it says it's in Boston. And it says there's no rain in Boston tonight. Once again, if you want play-by-play, more play-by-play from me, you can come back. And it looks like there's a final score alert. Rays beat the Diamondbacks 5-1. It is in in Boston. Looks like there is a lineup in the Red Sox. Eaton, Rafaela Abreu, Contreras, Gonzalez, Durbin, Selgner, Wong, Cheng. Eaton in the 1 hole, though. Looks like their lineup's a little different, but Sonny Gray on the mound. Sonny Boy Gray, 9-1 with a 2.95. So good record from him. Good numbers from the Sonny Boy. And Carlos Rodon on the other side, a lefty, 4-2 record with a 3.70. This could be a good matchup, a good pitching matchup in general. Well, once again, we'll be on the mic with play-by-play with JJ for that. So come back to either one of our channels, but if you want, come over here and get people to subscribe. I think that's the most important part right now. Get them to subscribe. So we go. Bottom of the 8th. Here we go, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. So looks like 6 home runs in his last 6 games for Louis. Those are good numbers. Here we go. Looks like we got a new arm out there. P.J. Poland takes over for the Nationals. Yet another lefty out of the pen. After the righty Littell starts the game, we're just going to overhaul lefties into the pen. A third of an inning worked for Littell. He gets a flyout, so no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Now P.J. Poland will take over here in the 8th inning. Pulling 32 games, a 3-0 record, 7 holes with a 3.06 ERA. Not a hard thrower. I mean, that's every bullpen arm in this pen, but he's a good bullpen arm. He has started a lot from Meatball Michaelis. That's kind of his role. He starts for Miles Michaelis. He will face Adley here from the right side. That's going to be inside ball one with a sweeper at 78, and it's a 1-0 count. Looks like Nunez is now into the game at second base. I think that's the only change, though. So here comes the 1-0 here. Pulling sets. Here's the pitch. That is in there. Called. Strike one. Now Rutschman wants a challenge, though. Looks like he clipped the zone. Let's go. We just hit 506 subscribers as well. But that evens up the count at 1-1. If it's a strike, we'll see the ABS here. The pitch. And it is a strike. So it clipped the inside part of the zone. Yet another time, the Orioles lose a challenge. And the Orioles are out of challenges here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's going to be a 1-1 here. Poland comes set. Here's the pitch to Adley. He waits, letting the clock wind down here. Here's now the pitch. And Adley swings and hits this one out to right. Ranging over is the right fielder, Cruz. He's under it. Dylan Cruz makes the catch for out number 1. Adley is down. So I think Vivas being taken out of the game is the only change in the order so far. I think Nunez being in the game now. I think that's the only change, really. Nothing else. Yep, just really Nasim Nunez replacing him after Vivas is out. Maybe Vivas hasn't had a good game. I mean, he's 0 for 3. Maybe just try Nunez out there, who's been red hot at the plate. And is a decent defender as well. Maybe they want him playing in the rain. A limited air, so they put Nunez into the game. Here's the pitch now to Pete Alonso. And Pete takes a sinker outside ball 1. It's a 1-0 count now. The Orioles are out of challenges. The Nats have 1 left. We're sub 3 hours from Sunday Night Baseball, though. So it'll be a 1-0 here. Pulling, swinging his arm. Now he wants pitch calm. He comes set. It'll be a 1-0 here to Kabert. And Pete hitting. Here comes the pitch to Pete. That's high ball 2 with a fastball. So Pete takes that one upstairs. 1 for 3 today for Alonso. It's Pete versus PJ. 2 very generic names going at it. Pulling. Goes immediately to the set position. He doesn't even go to the shuffle. He's got the ABS here. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there. Called strike 1. Doesn't even go to the stretch. He immediately came set. So he didn't even need to come out of the shuffle position. He just was in the didn't go to the stretch. He got the ABS while off the mound, so he immediately came set. I bet they let him use that a lot. Looks like there's a Pete Alonso Mets jersey in the crowd. Gotta love his Mets days. Unless you're a Nats fan, then you didn't love him. The 2-1 here to Alonso. Pulling delivers. Swinging a miss and a sinker up in the zone. It'll be a 2-2 count now. 2-2 with 1 out. 2-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Nationals trying to hold on desperately to a 2-run lead. Coming set is Pullen. The 2-2 delivery coming to Alonso. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to left, but this one is not hit hard at all. Lyle's coming in. This is high. Sky high. Lyle's under it. Dalen Lyle makes the catch for out number 2. Alonso is down. 2 outs for P.J. Pullen here in the 8th. Wow. Pullen going to work. Gets 2 quick outs. I thought he'd be starting today, to be honest. I thought they'd use the opener strategy with Littell, but Littell didn't need it today. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. So that'll bring up a pinch hitter for Basallo here. Blaze Alexander will pinch hit for the first baseman, Basallo, who's hitting .304 since being called up to the big leagues. So they want a pinch hitter here, a righty to the plate to face P.J. Pullen. Pullen comes set. Here's his first pitch now to Blaze. He delivers. That's inside, ball 1 with a sinker, and it's a 1-0 count now. 1-0 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Nationals trying to hold on, get the final few outs they need. 1-0, Pullen swinging his arm. He now comes set. I mean, I like Pullen as a starter too, but he's a good arm out of the pen. Here is the 1-0. Swinging a chopping ground ball. This one is foul, though. Pullen immediately ran to go get it, but that one was foul. Good reaction time by Pullen, immediately ready to go. But it'll be a 1-1 now. 1-1 here with 2 outs. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in today. Hopefully the Nationals get a win for y'all. And everyone here got a win for me with that 500 subscribers number. So that's a win for me. I can cushion if they lose with the fact that we have that number over there on the right of the screen. So it will be a 1-1 here with 2 outs. Pullen swinging his arm. He comes set. Here comes the 1-1 to Blaze. He delivers. That's low ball 2 with a sweeper. Pullen can't get the call. Rain delay in Pittsburgh now, just an inning and a half left. Ooh, rain delay in Pittsburgh with an inning and a half left. That must stink. You guys had an inning and a half left. But it'll be a 2-1 here. Pullen sets. Here's the pitch to Blaze Alexander as a baseball type of name. Here's the pitch. That's inside ball 3, and it's a 3-1 count now. 3-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Pullen steps back onto the rubber, looking for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. Blaze, really just a baseball name. You got to admit that. Blaze. Here comes the 3-2. Swinging a chopping ground ball. Shortstop Abrams charges in. Fires to first. The throw is in time and on target, and that will end the inning. P.J. Pullen works a 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th. 1-2-3 is all they need. We are through 8, everybody. Both teams were scoreless in the 8th, but that means the Nationals have a 2-run lead as we head to the 9th. Let's get some runs on the board, boys, as we head to the 9th inning. It is still the Nationals 6 and the Orioles 4. Give me a second here. We head to the top of the 9th inning, everybody. Thank you for that moment off camera for me. We will head to the top of the 9th. And just a reminder that tomorrow, voting starts for All-Stars around the league. Go vote C.J. Abrams for the finalists. You know he deserves it. We can agree on that. Let's go top of the 9th. Let's get some runs. Yes, let's get some runs. Here in the top of the 9th, we could use some runs. Make it so whoever comes in the 9th, maybe Justin Lawrence. I think it's going to be Lawrence again. I bet they go to Justin Lawrence again because I think they're going to need him today in a 2-run lead. It will be a save situation, so let's make it not a save situation. Do what we did against the Twins on May 6th. We just put up like 10 runs in the 8th inning and made it no longer a save situation. That'd be nice. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. We are headed to the 9th inning. And this is our All-Star right next to me. Go vote him for All-Stars tomorrow, by the way. Go vote him. Best shortstop in the NL. And help him out. Help him out. Help the dude out a little bit. You know, I need to get one of those white jerseys or find one cheap, or one of those new white jerseys. Because I wear this all the time in the blue one. I do have a white one. It doesn't fit as well anymore, so might do get a new one. But we head to the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Ruiz, Wood, and Garcia Jr. for this squad. Garcia is 3 of the runs today for the team, and he has 2 home runs, and he has 5 RBIs. He has 5 RBIs in the day. He is just killing the ball right now. No one can hang with him. Looks like there's a lot of City Connect jerseys around. A lot of people have bought the City Connect jersey since getting it. A lot of people also got it a few years ago, but I think this one may be more popular, this blue one. I think people might like it more. I didn't get it till my birthday this year. So here we go to the 9th. We'll see who takes over for them. Grant Wolfram will take over. Wolfram, a lefty now. Lefty out of the pen for them after Suarez works 3 innings. Wolfram comes set. Ruiz will hit from the right side now. Here's the pitch, and Ruiz swinging a miss at a curveball low and in. That's 0-1 count now. Suarez works a good 3 innings. He works the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. Only ends up giving up 3 hits, 1 run because of that home run from Louis. Louis just been red hot, though. Don't take it personally. Louis been red hot. Here's the 0-1. Ruiz swings and fouls this one off, and it'll be 0-2 count. 3 hits given up, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Decent outing for him. Good for Suarez just to eat the innings for this Orioles team. So, 0-2 here to Ruiz, who's a .279 average, 6 home runs on the year. He's found it offensively lately. It'd be 0-2 here from Wolfram. Here's the pitch. That's way high, ball 1 with a fastball. So it'd be a 1-2 or just a bit high, even though that's way out of the zone. So it'd be a 1-2 here. Maybe the umpire made a bad call by not calling that a strike.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
Yeah.
So it'd be a 1-2 here. Wolfram comes set. 1-2 coming to K-Bert. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball low and inside. K-Bert's down swinging. Man, this team has struck out a lot. This national squad tonight. Only 3 guys tonight haven't struck out. Louis hasn't struck out. Meade hasn't struck out. And Vivas hasn't struck out. And Nunez is going to pinch hit for Vivas. So 3 guys haven't struck out tonight. So now Wolfram will face a lefty-lefty matchup here with James Wood to the plate. Here's the pitch. Wood swings and lines this one to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So Wood gets a base knock now here in the top of the ninth. First pitch swinging and just attacks and sends it to center field for a base knock. So one out here, and James Wood finds his way on for the third time this afternoon. James Wood's just a really good hitter. He can put the ball in play. He can draw walks. I feel like that's what he needs sometimes. Just a guy who's going to do that in the leadoff spot. And he doesn't need to be powerful, James Wood, all the time. He can do that. So Wood will get his lead away from first, and that'll be Luis Garcia Jr., who's red hot right now. Coming set here. It's Wolfram. Here's the pitch to Louis, who's just killing the ball right now. Louis takes inside. Wood on the move. The throw to second is in time, and he's out. Oh, my gosh. Wood trying to steal second on the first pitch there, and he is out trying to steal. Rutschman makes a nice throw down there. Picks off Gunnar trying to steal the bag. 2-6 on the putout for out number 2. Wood didn't have a great jump in. Rutschman has a good arm there and gets out Henderson for out number 2. Nationals probably, he kind of slipped running to second too. And he is out trying to get into second. Are they going to have this? Are they going to challenge this maybe? No, they're not. Wood is down. So 2 outs now for Louis. Come on, Louis. Just keep driving the ball, man. Don't really care if there's no one on base. Just keep driving. Here comes the 1-0. He takes a sinker right in there called strike 1. I mean, he had 4 hits yesterday. He has 3 tonight. 7 hits over 2 games. What type of streak are you on, Louis? 280 average, 16 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Vote this man. Why don't we vote this guy more? Let him be a reserve. It'll be a 1-1 here to Louis. Here's the pitch. Louis takes a fastball in the outside corner. It's a 1-2 count. This is like the guy for the Nationals. Let's go. Lawrence is warming up now. Justin Lawrence is warming up to try to get the save situation. But this has been the Nats' kind of captain for the past few years. He's been with the team since 2020. Signed internationally and just came over, and he's been here since 2020. Here's the 1-2. Garcia fouls or swings and hits this one to left. Going back to the left fielder. Ward to the track, and he makes the catch. Almost in a foul ground, but Taylor Ward makes the catch for out number 3, and that will bring Justin Lawrence out in the 9th inning. So Justin Lawrence here will come out in the 9th. The Nationals can't get anything. They get a hit. A man caught stealing, no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's time for Justin Lawrence out of the pen. After Poland works an inning, Justin Lawrence is going to take over. Come on, boys. Hang on to this. I mean, the bull isn't coming in, it looks like, but looks like it will be Justin Lawrence for the 9th inning. I want to get here. Does he have a nickname? Because they usually put on the website on Nationals.com if he has a nickname. He does not have a nickname. Congrats on 500. I remember when I was sub 233. That's awesome, Big Bud. 233. That's awesome. Well, we're at 506 now. Thanks, Big Bud, for tuning in. Does Cade have a nickname? Looks like he doesn't. I swear they show him if they have nicknames. I remember they did. Maybe CJ has a nickname. I know they sometimes show him as we're in the middle of the 9th inning. Looks like Poland may go back out there. I don't think they would. Justin Lawrence was warming up. We got to come up with a nickname for him. A side armor like him. What do you call him? The Sidewinder then? I mean, this guy could be our closer in a few games. And he is going to be that one right now. But I think Poland's going back out there. Maybe to face Beavers, and that's it. Maybe just to face Beavers in the 9th. No changes just yet, but be sure to vote CJ Abrams before I go off the screen. Go vote CJ, everybody. Help out the cause just a little bit. CJ needs to be starting. Looks like we might go to Poland in the 9th inning. They might stick with him. That's an interesting strategy. Stick with the same guy in the 2nd inning. Let him work multiple innings. Or they just let him face Beavers, and then Mayo and Kauser are all for Poland. We'll see, though. Maybe we see some changes. But here we go. Bottom of the 9th. The Nationals hold a 6-4 lead. Let's see who's tasked to hold it. No changes just yet. And then P.J. Poland's going to be back out there for the bottom of the 9th. 6-7-0 is the line for the Nats. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Looks like we got a pinch hitter. Tyler O'Neill's going to pinch hit here for Beavers, the right fielder. Poland sets. Here's the pitch to O'Neill. And O'Neill takes a fastball right in there, called strike 1. So Poland pumps it right into the zone there. Here in the 9th, he's going to work here against. He's going to have O'Neill, Mayo, and Kauser here. Poland sets. Here comes the 0-1 to O'Neill. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line, but foul, and it'll be an 0-2 count. That one had home run distance. It was foul, though. So be 0-2 here. He was just a little bit late. Lucky there. So be 0-2 here. Sub 233. That's awesome. So you're around the halfway point to where we are right now. So be 0-2 here. Pullen swinging his arm. He comes set. It'll be an 0-2 here to O'Neal. Here's the pitch from Pullen. Here's the pitch. High ball one. Wanted the high fastball. Wanted O'Neal to chase, but he doesn't. So it'll be a 1-2 count now. 1-2 here in the bottom of the ninth. Nationals just trying to get something going here. Defensively, try to get a 1-2-3 would be nice. And Orioles trying to score, but they got to face the PJ machine first. The 1-2 coming from PJ. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to center. Going back is Young. Onto the track, and Jacob Young makes the catch on the track for out number 1. Gave that one a ride, but nothing to it. So Pullen now 2 outs away from adding a save to his count. I mean, this dude's a starter. This is a starter here. PJ Pullen is our opener usually. That's the problem. If we use him as an opener, he doesn't usually get opportunities like this in the ninth inning. He usually gets the 0-0 opportunities at home when Miles Michaelis pitches or something like that. But here we go. In the ninth, he gets a clutch situation here. Now he'll face Kobe Mayo here from the right side. Here's the pitch. Pullen gets a sweeper in there. Called. Strike 1. It'll be an 0-1 count and no challenges, so they can't say anything about that. So 0-1 here with 1 out. 507 subscribers. We just get another one. Pullen sets. Here comes the 0-1 to Mayo. And that's low with a changeup ball 1. It'll even up the count at 1-1. 1-1 here with 1 out. Pullen on the rubber at 19 pitches. I mean, as a starter, he's been up to into the 20s. You let him finish this, though. You don't really want to bring in a righty with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. That's low and out. Ball 2 with a sweeper, so it'll be a 2-1 count. PJ Pullen working here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Let's go, everybody. We're trying to put away a win here.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
Now a timeout called by Mayo. This will be 2-1 here. Pullen up to the mound. He'll step off here. Looks like Jaron Duran's not a starter today. Wow, they're not starting Duran. I just got a notification from Fantasy Baseball. So 2-1 here with 1 out. Pullen steps onto the rubber. This Popeye's chicken tastes so good. That's awesome. Here comes the 2-1 here from Pullen, and that is inside and low. Ball 3 with a sinker. It'll be a 3-1 count now with a 1 out. Looks like Nationals won in the poll today. We had plenty of votes in the poll, but the Nationals won over. Oh, I put the Phillies. My bad, everybody. I put the Phillies. I meant the Orioles. I'm sorry, everybody. Looks like a pinch hitter's on deck, or that might be Cowser. The 3-1 is low and inside, ball 4. So Pullen loses him. That's a walk for Kobe Mayo now. And then it's Taveras looking to pinch hit here. Butera doesn't look like he's going to come out, though. I didn't realize I had that. I didn't realize I put the Phillies. My bad, everybody. That means Orioles. Sorry. For the Nationals won in the polls. Now Laudy Taveras will pinch hit here for Colton Cowser, I believe. So PJ looks like he's getting a new ball here. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Laudy Taveras pinch hitting in 72 games this season, has a .248 average with a couple home runs. Taveras will pitch hit. So 2 pinch hitters just this inning. Coming set to Pullen. Here comes the pitch to Taveras. Pullen from the left side can check on the runner, though. Here's the pitch. Taveras takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I just noticed that now. Finish your plate, Nationals. Yep, you got to finish your plate. 0-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Pullen sets. He waits. Now here comes the 0-1 to Taveras. He delivers. That's high ball 1 with a sweeper. So that evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 here with a 1 out. Come on, Pullen. Get it done. Get it done, PJ. Big PJ needs to get it done here. Coming set is Pullen. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Nunez takes it, gives it to Abrams. Abrams to first. Double play and the game is over. 4, 6, 3. What do those equal? 2. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth on a double play ground out by Laudy Taveras. PJ Pullen nails down a save, and that will end the game. Nunez flipped it up to Abrams, who fired it to first. The All-Star was involved in the final double play. Nunez subbed into the game for defense in the 8th inning, and the Nationals satisfy the win of the game and the series, and they're back over 500. The Nationals are going to take the Curly W they can get. They win the series, and they win the game. P.J. Pullen with a save. Wow, what a game, and the Nationals are going to take a win. A double play would do. Nice, says Chris. Yes, the Nationals do get it. And the Nationals get the win here in Baltimore in the series. They can't take game 1, so they come back and take both games 2 and 3. So that will end it, everybody. Through 9 innings, the Nationals get a nail-biter win here. 6-4 is your final. The Nationals get a win. Good game there. I mean, Luis Garcia Jr. is raking right now. 2 home runs in the game, a hit, 5 RBIs. What can he not do? So Luis Garcia Jr. is just good right now. But that'll do it, everybody. That will do it for me as well right here on District Nation. Curly Dub, says Curly W Express. I'm going to have to run here. I have to go take care of some stuff before we get to Sunday Night Baseball. But be back in a couple hours. We're going to be back with Sunday Night Baseball. Luis Garcia Jr., though, killed it today. A double and a couple home runs. James Wood with a couple runs in the game. Ruiz scores a run, but Wood draws a couple walks. He does get a knock. Great call, District Nation, says DN Dad. Thank you, DN Dad, for those kind words. 9 innings, the Nationals get the win. Final score, the Nationals 6 and the Orioles 4. Looks like Luis Garcia Jr. is going to get a water bath here. That's not Gatorade. They just gave him water. So Luis Garcia Jr. gets a nice little bath courtesy of Jose Tena and Jorbit Vivas, it looks like. Let's go. But that will end it, everybody. The Nationals get a win. We're going to go over to play-by-play with JJ for now. But good outing from Littell. 3 hits, 2 runs. I mean, good outing. Parker, he gives up those 2 runs, but still decent. And, of course, Lovelady gets the 3rd. But 2 innings works by Pullen. That's great. Pullen nails down a save. Good job by Pullen. So that will end it, but good work by Pullen. We'll talk more tonight because I'm probably going to end up talking about the game with JJ. We'll talk more tonight. Sunday Night Baseball. Come back to this channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Head over to play-by-play with JJ. I'll be hanging out with him tonight at 7 anyway for Sunday Night Baseball. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you soon. Final score, Nationals 6, Orioles 4. Have a great night, everybody. Now, Blake Butera gives a big old hug to Luis Garcia Jr. That's great to see. Butera loves his guys. You gotta love the brotherly love from Butera to his guys. So Butera comes over and gives him a hug. Thank you so much. I will see you all soon. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Come back here at 7 p.m. District Nation for Sunday Night Baseball and head over to JJ now. Thank you so much.